last week, the last time you were here, you woke up having had some slightly odd, semi-hallucinogenic dreams after a night at the Zerpool with Madame Eva. Headed off back to Valaki with Irina showing you the way. Met a large crowd of zombies hanging out in the graveyard that sits near the guillotine outside of Barovia village. Dispatched those, and Bash seemed to find a family heirloom, a loot in the grave of somebody bearing the same surname as his mother's maiden name. There was a ghost knight on a ghostly horse pointing randomly off into the distance, who galloped off and disappeared. And then you had a quick encounter with a drunk who could have sworn that he has seen the biggest billy goat gruff that he's ever seen, being ridden by an old man with a cane. So plays with the mind of poor drunk Jesper Noggins.
You make it sound so mean.
Played with the mind of poor drunk Jesper Noggins, who was just trying to find his way home after a lot of wine. And so you made your way out to the outskirts of heading towards Valaki, and on the crest of a hill, as you walked into towards Valaki, you saw what appeared to be a derelict windmill that you recognised from the seals and painting and the deeds that you picked up in the Durst house right at the beginning when you came into Barovia, and decided to go and have a look at this piece of land that you have acquired deeds for. And as you head up there, sort of early afternoon, sort of towards just after lunchtime, Malachi started to feel really tweaked and strung out as he realised that there were no more pastries in his bag because they'd all been burnt at the Zerpool. And the smell of pastries comes emanating out of this windmill, and it turns out that this is the home of Auntie Morgan, who you met right at the very beginning in Barovia, making the dream pastries. And so the kitchen door to the windmill was opened by Bella, who introduced herself as Auntie Morgan's daughter, and her other daughter Fia is upstairs. And I think Harleen decided to show us up around the windmill and ran into Fia on the first floor. Was shuffled out of the private quarters. Malachi ate all the remaining pies that had just come out of the oven in a compulsive manner, and then after a bit of wandering around looking at this kitchen, people seem to have come to the conclusion that all may not be well with the pies, and that these women may not be all that they seem. Everybody's trying to make their exits and their goodbyes. Malachi politely pays for the pies that he's eaten and casts some rooms with a Morning Lord inspired critical hit with necrotic energy searing up the forearm of this young woman who'd just been making pies in the kitchen. As the necrotic energy goes up her arm, her face starts to slip, and the beautiful young woman starts to shift into a purple-skinned hag, bent over and crooked, with horrible sort of boils all over her arms and skin, and Queenie, who'd made it out of the windmill, runs into Auntie Morgan on the outside, going, "Hello, are you coming round for more pies?" as this unearthly shriek emanates from the kitchen. So I believe we left with rolling for initiative.
Do we already roll?
No. You can roll for I've not cracked it, so you can roll for initiative. So, Ethelwing.
Oh my god. I rolled worse. I can't believe I rolled worse.
new dice is behaving well tonight.
18.
It rolled an
18.
18.
Okay.
Not a
Right.
natural 20.
23.
Okay.
When you die, can I have your dice?
No.
Winnie.
It's been buried with
19.
me.
Thank you. You probably beat the Grim Reaper with it.
It's been buried with me.
Okay. Zephyr.
14.
14. Harleen.
21.
Malachi.
The paint's
Oh,
heavy
two.
enough to weight the die. Because there's more number on the like double digit ones.
Don't outrun
Fun.
it.
We're all in.
Yeah, it's gold paint, so it obviously has flecks of gold in it.
Yeah.
Oh, clear.
And the,
I rolled 3 before.
Don't
And I was
worry.
like, I'm getting a reroll. This
Don't
will be
worry,
good.
you're going last.
You know,
You'll
it's
survive the
like
longest.
yeah.
Should be light.
Not necessarily.
My new
I'm
die
holding
is
her hand.
designed to...
So you're holding her hand.
So,
Yeah, I had to touch her to do
that's
the
a good
necrotic
point.
damage.
That's when you're like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to propose to you because the prize is so good. And
Yeah, that was the god acting through me. I didn't do anything.
so Bella's up first.
No roistering with the bags.
Bella shrieks in pain and horror, and as her visage shifts and she turns into this horrible purple, wretched woman, that hair flying out, still wearing this really beautiful dress. It's almost like she's shifting in and out, trying to maintain this sort of facade as a
Those
beautiful
aren't
young woman.
You are actually.
He is the hoarder.
She reaches out to her side and she knocks 3 times on the barrel that's immediately
Oh no.
That could be something bad, I don't know.
that's immediately next to her while just looking Malachi dead straight in the eye. And as she knocks out of the barrel, start to climb these ugly, horrible creatures coming out of this barrel of black ooze.
You
She's
just made it worse.
and around you, out of this black ooze, you start to see these 4, these 3 small, ugly creatures. They're also fiendish. So she's summoned.
It's just, I'm just kind
She has summoned 3 dretches to aid them in battle.
You're going to explain what that is? Like,
So you wouldn't know. What you're seeing is these horrible, almost like oil monsters coming out of
Fog
this
monsters,
black,
okay.
fetid liquid that she's got hanging around in the kitchen. That you thought was just like the dregs of all the washing up that's never been done. But these creatures are coming out of this liquid. She doesn't move. She stares you down and goes, "Sister! Mother! I am not sure that these people just want pies."
who's a little
How
boy
damaged,
next
like how
I think
hurt
that's
does she look? This is like
Not
sure.
hurt enough.
No.
She no longer looks like a beautiful woman. So whether
Actually, yeah, who is that little boy with her?
So when Quinny went outside, Auntie Morgan, who still looks like the little old lady that you saw selling pies, was walking a young child who's about 6.
We've saved a life today, guys. Maybe.
Yeah.
He seems quite
Maybe.
happy. He seems quite happy. He's munching on a slice of pie. He's holding her hand.
Do they look like charmed or anything? Okay.
They just look like a child. And he's looking there going, Auntie Morgan, what's happening? What's happening? And she's like,
Why do all the people near pies have weaknesses? Is it
this
contagious?
Thailand. Because Wigan attract Thailand. Anyway, that's your...
The sisters
And
figures
Harley
with like
knew
the
that.
children involved as well.
Yeah. The child's also got Wigan.
Malachi's
You'd be
just
amazing.
sussing out the kid, see if he's, do we save him or could he be a nice entree or something?
Okay, Vash, up, and Harleen on deck. And
Okay.
Quinny.
How wide is the interior of the tower?
50 feet, I think.
50.
Of full. I can make the entire thing full.
Well, I was just about
Less.
to do that.
35.
It's not wasting a spell slot for me. I will through it.
Yeah, do it.
35 feet.
Okay, in the center of the room,
Yeah.
I am going to pluck a couple of strings on my newly acquired loot,
Yes.
and I'm going to cast Fog Cloud in the center of the room.
Okay.
20-foot radius.
Okay.
They
Fog
can't
Cloud.
see you.
We can't see them.
Yeah, we're running.
We're leaving immediately.
We're not leaving. We need to save this
I
child.
was gonna say,
Take the
will
kid
that-
with us if we can.
Will that fog cloud and cover
Pay
the
for
child?
your These are your
No, it'll only do the
consequences.
it should only do the inside of the tower.
These are
I'm
your
trying to-
consequences,
I'm trying to pull
Malachi.
Swifty.
Deal with them. Don't
I
run
think
away
I'm
from your
thinking I'll turn into
consequences.
like something big and fast. And
This is
grab
your
the child.
fault.
I'll happily die, but I'd rather
I'm
you
doing
not
something.
all die with me.
This is what I got last week when I accidentally froze
Accidentally.
56 people. I was like, what the fuck have you done?
And,
I'm sorry.
And lost my pirate ship.
And I was
That was
After
pre-
we
that
only
was
got to use it
premeditated.
once.
Accident.
no.
You don't get to say accidentally with that.
You don't get to say
It's
accidentally with
because
that.
was-
those two
that was
were
a lot of
not by
intent.
themselves.
That's it. That's it.
These two
Valdis and Idril are not allowed to travel by themselves anymore.
Ever again.
So I'll cast Fog Cloud in the middle of the room, and I will try to duck out the door, like sneaking past on the other side of Quinn.
okay.
I'm giving everyone a chance to get out in case they don't want to fight.
Okay. You're
Yes, that's
There you
definitely what you do.
Because I should have enough movement
There's
to get on the
6
other
of
side of
us
Quinn.
and 3 of them.
Yep.
We would have
Okay.
been fine.
And
There's
because
6 of them.
the target doesn't know they've
Got
been
quadrants and
hexed,
stuff.
I did the
Because
absolute most damage I
it's-
possibly
I
could.
actually
and
looked
barely
this up.
faced it.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Mind you, they
hex.
might have some resistance.
Auntie
to
Morgan.
damage if they're
Okay.
witches, I don't know.
I
If
checked.
she sees you
I
cast it,
checked.
though,
I
she
don't
knows
think
you
there
cast
is.
it.
Yeah, but I'm doing it as a. Oh, yeah, I suppose
You need line of
You
sight.
have to
I
get
need
a
line of sight.
Are you casting Hex on Auntie Morgan?
No, I'll leave that. I'll leave that just for now.
Okay.
I'll leave that just for now.
Okay.
Like, if you can see them and they can't see you, it's really good. But they
Yeah.
can still see you. They know you've done something.
Okay.
It is verbal, somatic, and material.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only like-
Yeah, and that'll do me.
Okay, Carlene, you're inside in Fog Cloud.
Carlene just has a big sigh and just.
Oh, can I make it so as I'm coming out the door I'm coughing?
Do you know how
Like,
much damage
like something's
I did, by the
blown
way?
up in there?
60.
as I come out the door.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make
I did a
performance
crit hit, so yeah. Like, and I don't even think I did 50% of her health. And if they
No,
get,
you
they
did
get
50.
to 3. I
You
did
did
50.
50.
Okay.
Bloody. That's for performance.
50-ish, yeah.
That's a 24.
So this is probably 120.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. The child looks at you very concerned. So the child who is standing next to Auntie Morgan looks very concerned about this clock. No, the large one in there. Sorry. You
The
don't-
child has empathy, so that's good.
The child has empathy. Yep. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Harleen, you're up.
I
Ready on
would
deck.
aim for the door,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to roll for that?
I thought having a fog come up like
You
blown up
do,
in the kitchen.
actually, yeah, you do. Because you have to
It
pass
can't hurt.
this.
It might cause a little bit of
So
confusion.
you'll be moving out of combat range.
A little bit of confusion.
This guy. So yes, he'll get an attack opportunity once you move. It would be a
It might keep
disadvantage.
Auntie Morgan from joining the fight
Yeah.
for a little bit longer.
Can I? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll
You,
just do
to
that.
be fair, you can't see that he's there, so if you want to move, you can move.
Yeah, I'll just move towards the door since that's what everyone else is
The,
seeming to do.
the attack coming at you will be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
You can't see.
I don't know. So she just does.
If you're not attacking this turn, you could just take a disengage action. And then they won't get any
And then
attack.
they can't see it.
You just won't be able to attack.
If you're just going to move,
Yeah.
disengage.
Okay.
And
I
take
didn't know
that.
that
I'm
was
not
Okay,
currently.
that's
I'm waiting to see what everyone else is doing. I'm just
So
giving
you're
everyone the
actually-
opportunity
Yeah.
to get out of there.
Okay.
If they want to.
Grab the child, though.
Well, that's what everyone else seems to be doing.
Queenie.
Everyone
Only one
else-
other person's gone so far. Am I allowed to talk to Auntie Morgan for a hot second as a free action? How does she look? Does she look upset or angry or anything like that?
While Bash is still coughing next to you.
She looks perplexed, like she's holding judgment. You bought lots of pies.
Quinny looks mortified and is going to say, can I do like an insight check? I want to try to work out what the go with this kid is.
I really hope they don't know.
Can I try to determine if Auntie Morgan's intentions are hostile? Like, is she looking at this kid like a roast chicken, or like I'm trying to? Is there a way to suss that out with an insight check, or?
From what you, I can tell you as a free action.
Yeah, like as I'm looking over. What?
Even if you've got a correct insight, what you are seeing is a young child who does not appear to be charmed, bewitched in some way, walking towards the windmill, holding the hand of a little old lady.
Okay.
And appears to be going there willingly, not under duress.
Yeah.
She appears to be leading him, eating her pie, into the windmill.
I will look at the kid really intently and say, "You alright, kid?"
Yeah. Who are you?
Do I grab the kid? I don't know what to do.
That's a good
We'll see
question.
we'll see what happens when everyone.
Can I prep? Can I? If this is too much to prep as an action, let me know. I want to wild shape into a giant hyena, run, grapple the kid, and run my full distance. Can I prep? Because that's like technically a bonus action and an action. But can I prep both of those as an action? Wonderful. That's what I'll do. I'll prep to turn into a giant hyena, which is a large creature.
Yeah.
So I'll
Grab
have
the kid,
advantage
Bob.
on the grapple, and then grab the kid from next time Morgan.
It's super funny if the
I'm
kid's like
standing there
turning into a
intently,
dragon.
like
falls
sweating and working.
like after we get free, it's like "Rah!" and just
What's the
consumes us.
trigger? What's the trigger on your held action? What happens? Are you going to turn into a giant hyena and run off with a 6-year-old child?
When they enter the
We're not getting
elephant
paid
crate.
enough.
I think it's going to be like if Auntie Morgan seems to like become actively hostile to us.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
So you're waiting
Yeah,
for
okay.
Auntie Morgan to.
I'm
undertake
waiting to see her
hostile.
reaction, I guess,
Fine.
and then yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
So
getting
your
paid
turn.
enough.
So you hold it. So you done? You moving?
No, not for the moment.
Okay. Auntie Morgan's action. With Ethelbry up next. What was that? Explosion inside my kitchen. And she's looking at
I'm looking at Vash.
I'm just coughing. Just coughing uncontrollably.
Excuse me, I heard a scream that I know is my daughter. I know her voice. And an explosion. Are you going to tell me why you're running out of my kitchen?
Clearly something exploded. I was getting to safety. Fire!
Deception.
Deception.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. 17.
That's pretty good.
Bard, man.
Is that enough?
Would you normally roll it inside against deception?
Yes.
Yeah, you could do that. You can use someone's passive wisdom score, or you can just be the DM and decide what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can just play God.
Because essentially you are.
I'm not convinced that there's anything exploding in my kitchen.
Do you not see the smoke?
What I think is you come round here, maybe stealing pies.
I would never steal a pie. I bought pies from you
Taking
last time.
advantage of my daughters
Absolutely.
who are home alone because you're wanting more pie. I can
Nobody
see.
wants to take advantage of
Our
your
intentions are entirely.
I would never take advantage of your daughters.
Not even Pim.
Ethan Dwee's like,
Quinny will say, our intentions are
No.
entirely hospitable. We came across the deeds of this windmill and just wanted to have a chat. I'm sorry if there's
so
been a
you think you're
misunderstanding.
Owen-
No, not
So
at
are
all.
you come to try and keep us out of the windmill?
No.
We
No.
didn't get any in the faded cherry.
Well,
We were
I'm
just
not
seeing.
so sure.
We were just checking the windmill out. You're occupied. You're running a business out of here. It's perfectly fine.
She starts to move with the child
Mhm.
towards the door. I'll just go in and see what's going
I'm
on
standing
in my
front.
kitchen.
Oh yeah. No, I'm fine standing just next to the door.
So she's moving into the windmill.
Mhm.
So Harley's there. Excuse me, lads. You move out the way. I'm just going in to see what's happening in that picture.
I guess
Are you letting her pass?
Yeah, I'll let her pass.
Okay. So she's moving into the kitchen.
Oh, I feel like a kid in the fucking principal's office.
She's now in the fog, isn't she?
You better get your ass kicked.
She's right on the edge, so she's standing in the doorway.
Okay.
You're still there. I'll move the child out of the way. He's also moved
It's
in.
like,
He's quite happy. He's
part of
holding
me
her.
just wants to grab the child's hand to stop
Use
her
her
from going in with
assassination
her, but
feature.
also like,
It would
No.
probably kill all of us, but
because that might be
it would
considered
be
hostile
interesting.
towards Morgan.
What's that?
Edward,
Grabbing the kid's
You're
hand as she's walking past.
I feel like if we do that, we're gonna have to fight a woman very fast.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get out of here real quick. I don't know any of you.
It's up to you. I think
No,
maybe we
I'm
should
not
sort of
going
switch.
to.
It depends what the daughters do.
A couple of plucks on my strings, I can get out of here 120 feet in the sky.
I think it's still like 50-50.
Edward, where you're up.
No.
I don't know, what would your character do?
I gotta know over here.
I have no idea.
What would Edward do?
What would Ithidri do?
As if
Don't
we
care
would
about us, what
follow
would Ithidri do?
the decision of the adults, I feel.
Yeah, but
I think you probably just want to say get over this kid.
Yeah,
But yeah, maybe
you can
the
use your
kid will
chance.
tell you something else.
I'll pull one of my candies out of my.
You're in a fog cloud.
Oh.
You
You're
can see
standing
5
right
feet in
next
the
to him,
fog cloud.
right on the edge.
Oh,
So
okay,
you're
you're
standing
standing right
right next to him.
Oh, yeah,
He's
you're standing
literally
next to
just walked in, he stood next to you. So I would say that you know he's there.
I put the fog cloud more outside the water I could get out.
Hi.
Malachi.
Malachi. But
Hello.
yeah,
Can I
it's
use
not
it?
Malachi.
What's your
Are
name?
you here? Are you here to hang out at Auntie Morgan's too? It's nice. She's lovely, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's
Look,
so
she
lovely.
gave me Snickers bars. Do you want one?
If you give me a Snickers bar.
Whatever
Barovian
the
Snickers.
Barovian equivalent is, marathon or something.
Yep. Okay. He takes one. He's quite keen on that.
Hey, do you want to?
Well, that way we know he's not evil, because, you know, Snickers, like, turn you into, like, you know, the version of
Yeah,
yourself.
Not you. You're not you if you're hungry.
I'll show you something cool outside on the other side of the windmill outside. Do you want to come run?
No, I've come here to Auntie Morgan's going to give me tea and somewhere to stay.
I'm just showing you around I'll just show you around while Auntie Morgan sorts this fog cloud
I
out.
feel like this kid's dinner meat.
He's just standing there next to Auntie Morgan. He's not up and going out anywhere.
Oh.
He's standing in the fog cloud with a whole load of people he's never met before. He's littler than you. He's not interested in leaving Auntie Morgan's side of the
Oh.
Oh.
You could
We
try
gave the kid a
persuasion
chance.
checks you want to. With advantage, we're giving him sweet.
No.
True, because you gave him a Snickers bar. You
I'm not trusting the kid's judgment whether this is a safe situation.
Yeah.
He's 6, I know so.
You might as well be running a town if it's down 6 years at least this.
Maybe they're just using the kids for sweatshop labor.
Ah, yes, a great case scenario.
Yeah, the sweat's the main component of the gravy.
Alright, 11.
He's like,
But it has to be fierce sweat. It has to be fierce sweat.
you're nice and you gave me sweets and that's nice, but Auntie Morgan's been really kind to me. She's brought me all the way from Blackie, so I should probably stay here unless she says I can come out and play. Maybe after tea.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay. Anything else you want to do in Newton?
I might go like skip outside.
There you go.
Skip outside like a special trial.
Let's you go.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
In innocent way, just skip on
Okay.
outside.
Never mind, the child's a stone cold killer.
At the top of the stairs has been stood right at the very top of the stairs since all of this started. Has been Fia, Bella's sister, who saw the whole thing because she came and stood at the top of the stairs after Harleen went up there and showed herself around. So she watched Malachi injure her sister's arm. She's watched Bash turn their kitchen into a giant cloud of fog, and she shouts out to her mother, they've injured Bella! And she goes to cast. She comes down the stairs.
Roll for dexterity so she doesn't fall down the stairs.
She's holding on to the
Right.
wall outside. She walks down the stairs.
Nice try.
Nice try. And she
That is a
She-
term, like, kind of just
Yeah.
she looks, she heads over towards her sister and towards Malachi. And Malachi needs to make a wisdom
I don't know if wisdom's the strongest suit yet.
No, it's not.
Nicely done.
I think you need to use a smaller
Okay.
die.
So, Malachi, you can't see this because he's in this fog cloud. Malachi vanishes.
Oh no.
And on the floor where Malachi stood is now just another toad next to the giant crate of toads that were croaking on the floor.
And we didn't see it.
Do we hear it? Like, do we hear it?
No, nobody saw anything.
Do we suddenly just hear a frog ribbiting?
There are frogs riveting in the kitchen already. There was a
You
giant
wouldn't-
crate
you
of
wouldn't tell.
toads. It's on the list of things that made you suspicious that things that she keeps in her kitchen.
Oh,
so
God.
Malachi has been polymorphed into a toad.
Just be your consequence.
Consequences. Okay. This stretch here is going to move over across, and it's going to attack at Zephyr with disadvantage because it's stuck in a fog cloud, but it's right next to you, so. So he is going to try and bite at you. $13 hit.
Does not hit.
You're lucky because the other one's crit. And then lunge at you with his claws. Again, disadvantage 5 to hit. So miss.
Almost hit. Good try. Just missed.
And this one moves over, sort of staggering to try and get out of this fog cloud. This stretch was about to swing at this body who was stood next to him, but the body has now vanished.
So now I'm in the middle.
So it's staggering down in this direction, past the fire. So they're just wandering around at the moment, desperately trying to find something to hit. Zephyr, you're up. And you Malachi.
There's a cart with pies on it.
Isn't there a save every turn for polymorph, or is it just?
It's an hour.
No, it's an hour. Someone else has to break a concentration.
It's not
It's not
concentration.
concentration.
Polymorph?
No, you just
No,
polymorphed.
it's transmutation.
I thought it was a-
saving throw if you're
I
on
thought it was a concentration spell for the person casting it.
No. One action, non-concentration. BSM, not concentration. Wisdom
We could
save.
kill the toad. That might do something. I don't
If you
remember
kill
enough.
the toad will drop to 0 hit points, any damage will carry over, and the creature will come back.
Okay.
Polymorph's not concentration.
So that's like two. What does a toad
thought it was
have?
a
Like 2
concentration
hit
spell.
points?
It's not a
Maybe
concentration
3?
spell. It's an hour.
No, it's concentration.
I don't think it is.
It's concentration.
Oh, you're right.
It's concentration.
All right. You're right.
Really gonna argue over this stuff again?
You're right. I apologize. You can break a concentration, or you can stand on the toe. Either.
Would Quinny be able to like guess that from like having wild shape?
You don't know it's happened.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean like if. Yeah, that's probably way too meta of a question.
Toads, by the way, just so you know, can move 20 feet, should you wish to do so. They are not very strong or intelligent.
Really?
No.
I thought
So
toads were
stats
like-
of a frog are 1, 13, 8, 1, 8, 3.
They're dexterous, that's about it.
They can jump up to 10 feet, and they can jump up to 5 feet high, and they can move 20 feet. And they can swim. Not the most helpful. Okay.
Alright.
So Ophelia, not that you would know that, but Ophelia. Okay, Zephyr, you're up.
Can I climb over this?
Over the pie cart.
Yeah. I want to
To
up high.
get over the. I see. Yeah. So athletics.
The thing is,
You got super high dex.
athletics is strength.
Oh.
Acrobatics.
That's right.
That's
Hi. You tried really hard, but this is actually much taller than you thought it was going to be, and your very little old arms are unable to pull yourself up onto that cart. So unfortunately, you can't get up onto the cart.
right. Well, I will pick up a pipe
Okay.
and run towards the lady.
Okay. Which lady? Because you can't see any ladies.
Well, like run towards where Bash was.
Okay. So
Because I saw
Vash,
him over there.
Vash was over here.
Oh, sorry, not Bash.
Malachi.
Malachi was over there.
This
Yeah.
is the one that attacked. So I'll just
Okay.
be running like north.
Okay.
And if I see her,
Just one
Yeah.
of us, not all of us.
Alright. Up there. Okay. So as you go, keep going.
do I see her at this point?
You're in a fog
you're
cloud.
you're in a fog cloud. You can sort of get the suggestion of a shape to your right, but there's also a crash in front of you. So as you're running forward, you run into the thing in front of you.
Okay. I will. With my
Are you going to do a pie punch?
Someone has blind sight.
What?
No.
Someone has blind sight, I thought. No?
No, Daisy's.
Oh, Daisy has blind
She's
sight.
got blind sight.
You have too many characters.
One of the characters has blind sight. I keep thinking to myself,
Blind
I need
fighting
to
sight.
blind
with
everyone.
this
Blind
pie
fighting
in my
sight.
left hand,
That's the
Right.
I am going to quarterstaff this thing.
Okay.
I love the fact that we're also there's now 3 people outside convincing them. No, we mean you no harm. Whack, whack, whack.
We can hear the sounds of the scuffle inside, yeah?
It's like 10 feet away.
Vash will look
That was
straight
a
at
net
Quinny
one.
and just go,
Okay, that would miss.
I tried.
And then I don't even open free hand to do anything else. So that's my 2.
Okay.
I'll move around him. Can I move around him? Like,
Um,
shuffle around him.
if you shuffle around him, you can try. So there's barrels to your right. So that if you try and shuffle to your right, there's
Oh, to
things
the left,
there.
to the
You're going
left.
to try. There's an oven here.
You'll get your
Yeah,
booty
burn your butt.
burned.
You let's
So
shake
as you
me
shuffle
between
left,
card
it
and
gets
oven.
really warm on your tunic.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
Okay, Malachi, you're up. Malachi.
Ribbit.
What can I do as a frog?
Move.
Okay.
You
Well, I'll
breathe in
move as
water.
far as I possibly can towards the
There are okay. As they let you go, they don't make any attempt to stop you moving, stand on you. So you ribbit in this general direction. You can move 20 feet as a ribbity frog.
Feels bad.
I'm not dead.
Okay,
I
It's a
consider
start.
that a win.
It's a start, but polymorph isn't permanent.
Bella's up.
Hopefully.
It's not true polymorphism.
Bella's up. Bella disappears. You don't see that.
Oh god.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
So has anyone attacked apart from turning Malachi into frog?
Zephyr's attacked.
But they haven't actually committed violence against us. Yet.
I'd describe transmuting someone to a frog as a violent action.
I would consider that a punishment that fit the crime.
I would too. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. Vash, you're up.
Well, clearly the
Considering they
fog,
haven't
the
tried to
fog
step
cloud
on
hasn't
me.
done what I intended it to do.
Which was
Let me escape.
Let people get in and out.
Since I rolled a
Lots
nat
of people
1,
have got
I didn't
pretty
get a
much
chance
now.
to move.
2 people have that.
Rolled a nat 1 and then a nat 2, so I'm not doing so well tonight.
My roll's for you.
Maybe use a different die.
I might, if I
I
can
know, I
move
hate that one
to the
too.
the bottom of the screen, so I've got a clear line of sight through the door.
Okay.
But clear line of sight.
Well, if the fog cloud's gone, I'll be
Oh,
able
right,
to see.
cool.
There you go. Yes.
Trying to make the decision: am I fighting or am I running?
I'm not sure I'm comfy with this kid being left behind.
Yeah, neither am I.
Ethics.
We're not getting paid enough for this.
You guys are
He
getting paid.
hasn't even seen the kid yet. He doesn't know there's a kid. He just can't
Yes,
get out of
Dad.
the room.
Drop in the fog cloud.
Okay.
Two
So as you look into the room, you drop the fog cloud. Malachi's missing completely.
And I can
and
see
so's one of
Bella.
the witches.
You can see another woman who looks older, doesn't look purple, just looks older. Not as old as Auntie Morgan, not as young
So
and beautiful as
I
Bella,
can't see any more hags.
But you can't see Bella at all.
I knew there were 3 hags because of my Bella auctioning and I told Fox.
Yes.
But
So we know
Hang
So
this.
you knew there were 3.
I mean,
so you've
I
met Bella.
suppose I'm not going to know
You saw-
I'm not going to know who cast the spell on
You saw fear at the top of the stairs.
Malachi.
When Harleen got shuffled down the stairs, and you know that Auntie Morgan's birthday. So you can no longer see Bella. You can
That's
see,
the one I was worried about.
You can see fear, and you can't see Malachi.
I can't see Malachi.
Ah, we're turning into a frog. That means-
And Zephyr is currently fighting with the Dretches, isn't he?
Well, if
yeah.
if I can see Zephyr and his. Oh no, I can't do that because I'll be able to touch him.
There you go. Now you're a frog. Frogs have one hit point. One hit point.
Hey, I can talk to you as a friend.
Does your HP, when you're polymorphed, does your HP become...
Change you back.
No, any damage you take is carried over to the polymorph, over to your natural.
Oh,
form.
so you
Yes,
would go
yes.
back and have 1 HP.
No.
Like you would
Okay,
have told
so
him.
if you take 2 damage,
The damage
the
is
the frog
damage
form
carries.
dies and you take 1 damage.
Oh, that's fine. That's,
Yeah, it carries over.
So it depends how much damage.
So if you do a crit hit on a frog,
Mhm.
the damage carries over.
But at least it's not like you go to 0 in the frog form and you literally decimate.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't just
but-
die straight away. But,
but
it's easy
none-
to do a lot of damage to me. Basically,
feels
'cause I've got
pretty-
no armor power.
It feels pretty unintuitive to go, oh, they've been turned into a frog, let's kill them, as a solution to
But
being
that's
turned into a
kind
frog.
of
Yeah.
the most meta way. to-
Now.
That's the most meta way to do it,
So-
sure, but I
so
I
I
don't
see the
think-
dredge-
You guys
I see the
I've been
dredge-
incinerated.
I see the
and flayed
dredges.
Yeah,
apart.
that's my
Yes.
thought. Is
But
that
I don't
one
know
of the
what they are
witches
'cause I
was
didn't see
feel
the
like
form.
they'd
Right, we need to fuck
You
right
didn't
off.
see them before now.
And then I'll just slowly try to catch up
Then
to you.
the
That's
only
what
thing
I'm
that makes
Everything
sense
behind
to
us
do, because I don't know what's happening,
It's
Yeah.
children.
Oh,
is I will hold
I should have spoken to the frogs in the barrel.
an action
That would have been really
I'm
smart.
until I see Bella again.
Okay. So what action are you holding?
Mind
until
you,
see
you would have
Bella
probably
again?
seen Quinny talking to just
Spell.
about every animal we come
Okay.
across. Your turn, you could yell out to me and see. if
Holding a
I-
spell
You're holding a spell until you see Bella.
until I see Bella.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh, sorry, no. Until I see Bella,
Yes.
or one of the other two make a hostile action,
Can I see you?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of skulking in the
So
doorway.
until you see Bella,
or
or if anybody else makes a hostile action.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Harleen, you're up.
Just walking away. Chris, I don't get paid enough for this shit. I don't do this shit for free.
Okay. So you're heading off down there.
Actually,
Yeah.
Harleen, we do all this stuff for free, I'm afraid.
I haven't done it for
So you've
free
got
in the
your-
past.
So you've got your hammer over your shoulder.
Yeah, I'll go like stand next to Bash. I'm not gonna like
Okay.
really go away, but like I'm just like it's not worth it.
Fine. Quinny, you're up. You have a held action, which you've not used.
I'm just gonna say to Auntie Morgan, I'm gonna say, what's to become of this child?
What's to do with you? I've adopted this child. We look after them. You tell Marie, and reach the child's like, Aunt Morgan rescued me from the orphanage in Blackwood. She brought some of my friends here before. I've been waiting for her to come back and get me.
There's no friends here from before, though.
There are other floors in this windmill.
There were no children upstairs.
Not that I've seen.
There are no children on the first
On the
floor,
second
which
floor.
is the
Alright.
second floor.
I've got a plan.
Regular floors.
I've got one of the spells I've got is augury. So I reckon we fuck off. I can cast that in a minute and see did we do the right thing, and then, come back. And then if it's wrong, come back and save the kid. I think
We're
that's,
still going to get Malachi out of
yeah, one problem at a time.
We don't know what's happened to Malachi.
there. As far as I know, he's still in there, but I can't see him.
What's augury do?
Lets you know
Malachi's
when
been
you're making
polymorphed
the
into a
right
frog,
decision.
right? I speak frog. Can I hear a frog on the floor yelling out, "Ah, God, help me! I've been turned into a frog."
I don't know. Is the frog making any?
That was going to be my next move.
Okay.
Just riveting out.
Is that because like
I guess I could have done it earlier.
My thoughts is I can speak
Wait.
to animals, and I've
I
been
didn't-
chatting
You're
with
riveting
about
going, what the
everything
fuck?
we've come across.
Yeah.
I'm sure Malachi would have noticed.
Yep. He is. Okay. So there is. What would a frog with an
Here's your dad joke for the night.
intelligence be making
I have to
of
say.
this scenario?
Fuck!
Okay. So Quinn hears this sort of long, which translates immediately into your head as coming from this frog, which appears to have got away from all the other sort of toads and frogs in this basket. It's a toad. That's what it's saying. And it's sitting on the floor. So there's one that appears to be hopping around on the floor. The rest are in like a crate on the other side. Over here. Crate over there.
I think I'm going to cut my losses, and I'm going to take a couple of steps away from the door and go out Highlanders, and hope we can all get away. I'm super planning on casting all the once we're away, but I don't think it's worth engaging with them now if we have a chance to just slip off.
So after 2 rounds,
Nothing's happened.
Nothing.
Correct.
Nothing's
Well,
happened.
we've got a
Okay.
frog, but other than that.
So Auntie Morgan is up. Unless
Sorry,
Quinn wants to do
I
anything
want
else.
back further. I want back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to be
you did
30
say next
feet
to
away
Harleen.
from Arnie Moore.
So you can
You did
right
say
back-
next
I thought
Sorry.
Harleen had like gone
No.
off. I want to be 30 feet away from Arnie Moore if possible.
Right.
Conceivably outside of the range of a sword.
The most feels like around 60 feet.
I'm not going to dash 60 feet away. I will just. I'd like to.
You're
I'd like to
gently
remove
retreating.
myself from the situation,
You're gently retreating. Yes?
Reclusing yourself.
Yes. and I'll glance Arnie Morgan. I'll look as I do. As am I all right to just bugger off?
How does she look when you do that?
She's starting to look angry. So the fog cloud has dropped. She knows Bella was there and Bella is no longer there, and Fear's been shouting about somebody attacking Bella and all this going on, and you're all backing away. And Auntie Morgan's like, I'm not desperately keen on people coming to my property and messing with my things. Bree, you be a good boy and you head up them stairs. Yeah, you'll find your bedroom and your friends up at the top. Right at the very top, you get the best view up there. Right the way across Barovia, right at the top. You head up there and I'll be up in a minute. And she says it, and she turns back to you and she goes, and she turns around, she's watching everybody retreating, and she casts.
I'm so sorry. Can I insight check what you just said about bedrooms and stuff?
Yes.
Because I didn't take an
Of course you
action on
can.
that.
Sorry.
That's probably something I should do. Hell yeah! 25.
Yeah, you can make that.
She's pretty genuine. There's a bedroom for children from an orphanage at the top end.
Okay. That's a good start.
are the
It's not like
friends
a
there?
slaughterhouse.
Pardon?
Are
Are the friends
there?
there? Was she telling the truth?
Oh, sorry about the friends. Yeah, no, she was telling the truth.
She's
So
not
at
saying
the very
that
least
she's-
the bodies are
The,
up there.
at least the bodies are up there, yes.
Was there a
Or what's
top
left
floor
of
when,
them.
when we went up there?
There is
We
a top
didn't
of
go
them.
to the top.
We didn't go to the
There
top.
is a top
I
to
only
it.
got up to one
One
the
floor and
next
then you got
level,
ushered way back
which
down.
was where the sister was, and she
Okay,
told me
usher.
off for
Ushered back down.
she told me off for roaming somebody else's property, even though we have the deeds for it, so it's technically our property.
I might actually, and sorry if this is too many actions, I might actually pull out the property deed that I have and say to Annie Morgan, seeing as you've been living here for so long, you may as well have these anyway, and hand them to her.
You're a little far off the pen.
Oh yeah,
Are
sorry,
you
I'm 30
coming back?
feet back.
Or you're just waving up from a distance.
Actually, I might ask, would you be interested in keeping a hold of these?
Well, okay. We're just going to stay here forever, really, because, you know, we've been here a long time.
Of course.
That paper didn't really mean anything.
No, but it might save any trouble of anyone else coming to farm, as we were mistakenly in the cave.
She turns. She goes, with all due respect, I think, if it's okay with you, I think we're going to need to have a little chat about exactly what's been going on in my kitchen. So I'm just going to ask you to just hang around just for a minute while I find out from my daughters what's been happening. Everybody needs to make a wisdom save.
Quinny has a cardiac arrest.
Why does that fall? Because, yeah.
How's this wisdom say?
You're frozen. You just can't move.
While we're
You can't really consider
having,
that. You can't even consider that a hostile action because she hasn't actually hurt him.
while we're having a little chat
He's
about
just,
what's happening,
Just having a chat.
while we're having a chat about what's happening, what's happened to our priest friend?
Oh, he liked pies. He bought meat pie. He bought potato pie. He bought sweet pie.
Where
I like
is
him. I
he
don't know
now?
Pardon?
Where is he now?
He's in the pie.
I don't know. I feel like we're talking to you. I feel I have no idea where your friend is. You should be more careful with it. Okay. That's the end of her action. Ethidwe
He's frozen.
is currently frozen.
So that's a whole person, I'm assuming?
Can we tell that he's
That
frozen?
could be the invisible.
Is he like visibly frozen?
He's
Like, just can't move.
Covered in blue, I suppose, cartoon style.
he's currently clearly frozen. Your turn's
Like-
over,
like
so
ice
you can make
frozen,
another wisdom
or-
save, because you can make a wisdom save at the end of your turn. You can't do anything. You can't move, and you can't take an action. You're currently frozen in place, but you can make one physical.
Is he like ice frozen or just like can't move
Just-
frozen?
Rigor mortis.
The worst mime in history.
Petrificus total.
Preemptive rigor mortis, I believe, is the term. At least in my case.
Grand mal seizure. So, another wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
That's another 12.
You're still frozen.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Fear's turn. Fear's like, Mother, they came in here, they ate the pies, they tried to look around upstairs uninvited, and then
We were invited.
you got to
Thank
look
you very much.
upstairs. That one that's gone outside with the blonde pigtails, she went up the stairs and she went up
We
in
were
our
invited
bedroom.
upstairs.
It's not all my fault.
Absolutely. What's her name? The other one.
No, she did not invite. She invited you in. She did not invite you to go look round upstairs.
Well, inviting isn't not inviting is upstairs.
She's got fights. That feels like Mother. They've just been causing loads of bloody trouble. They've been causing loads of trouble. I don't even know where Belle's gone, and she starts to stomp off back upstairs. So she's following Reek upstairs. Reek starts to catch her.
Where did Bella go? I totally missed that.
She vanished.
Oh, she just vanished. Okay.
I think she's
That is a
probably
thing,
she's
but-
probably invisible, casting spells on us, but we don't know that.
If she casts a
Or
spell,
she
she
could be
wouldn't
just trying to
be
come
invisible.
back into
No, the moment you cast a
Feels
spell, do any no. You cast any spell, you're not invisible anymore.
Sure.
Yep.
Cast any spell or attack in any way. You're an element.
She could also just be like regular vanilla, like a non-magical fighting.
Or she could have just gone upstairs.
That's Fear goes
He's
upstairs.
gone upstairs.
Could've been
Rick's
a
gone
Misty Step.
upstairs.
Alright.
Hid. So it's the Dretch's turn. And the Dretches are going to wail on Zephyr because he's the closest person and the only person.
He's
Oh,
Are they
surrounded
like
by
attacking still?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not cool.
No. I'm just trying to run away.
So, yeah, no, Dretches are chaotic. Once they're there, they're just going to attack the crap out of you. They don't care whether or not you're in a negotiating mood. So they're going to bite and claw. And they can see now. So 16 to hit.
Hits.
So that's 6 piercing damage. Yep. And
Oh, we got a character.
14 to hit.
Misses.
Misses with its claws. So that's this one. And this one comes in behind you and does the same thing. So it's going to attack with its bite. With 5, which I'm assuming misses. And then tries to claw at your back. 17 hits.
I thought it was 17 damage then.
That would be nice.
And that's another 4 of slashing damage from this one's claws. And this guy is just shambling out towards the front door, standing there next to the commander. Just gets through the door, shambling out in this direction. Zephyr is your turn.
Can I try and get around these people?
You can use one of your key points to disengage. Right?
No, I don't want to disengage. I literally just want to like
Run.
run. I don't care if I take opportunity attacks.
They are technically a small creature, so I guess you could potentially try and jump. You've not got to run up, so you can
You could
try a
use one of your
standing
turns
jump.
to shove them.
Or what about just shoving them out of the way?
What, can I
Sure.
climb over the barrels? Like,
You could, if you want to.
Roll
You,
lower dex
out-
check and you fall on the frog.
Roll acrobatics.
oh, that's good. 17.
Okay. As you climb up on the barrels, the one gets and they get an attack of opportunity on you. But as you're trying to get up out of the way, you balance for a second on the very rim of the barrel of oily black liquid that they came out of in the first place, which is so as you jump up you realise that the barrel's open. So you balance on one foot, parkour, right on the edge, and then jump off onto the other side. So they both get a claw attack on you as you try and jump out of their way. That's a 4.
4 to hit.
Yep. And the other one is an 11. So they both miss. Yep. You're over this side. And then, are you jumping on the frog?
No,
Or are you
no,
trying to miss the frog.
I will try and avoid the frog. It is a frog. I'm not trying to. I'm a peaceful man. I don't.
Okay. With 17, you can. So you balance off you jump off. Your foot slips towards the surface of the wicket, and you jump over the top, and you land one foot on either side of this toad sitting on the frog.
And I'm gonna run outside, but as I get to her, can I please use an improvised weapon to pie her in the face?
Oh, that's amazing.
and continue running because I still get like I don't know how much movement I would lose going across there. Probably quite a bit, but
So you
You step with the wind.
probably not. So you'd probably have 20 feet of movement to get
And then I've
from
got
over
another
here
30.
across
I've
the
got another
barrels and down the
30.
other side. So you've got 30 movement you can get out. So you're picking up a pie from over here.
well, I already hit one.
You already had
You've
one.
got pie from here, and you're going to try and pie her in the face with her own pie as you go past. Okay.
This isn't going to go horribly wrong at all.
Not in the slightest. Roll for attack.
Is it a hot pie?
I thought you were a peaceful
I assume it's a
guy.
hot pie.
I thought you were a peaceful old man.
I am.
Burn damage.
That's a 15, but I'm not sure what an improvised weapon is, proficiency-wise.
Usually strength.
Strength, so it'd be
you
plus
generally
one.
don't have proficiency with improvised weapons.
You don't have
So it'd be plus
proficiency with
one,
pie
so it'd
wielding.
be
16.
Unless you,
16.
unless
To be
you're,
fair, Ethically might
like a
have
talent or
proficiency with
something
pie
like
throwing,
that.
but yeah. Okay.
You
so
can take
16.
tavern brawler.
That hits.
Take its
Awesome.
improvised weapons.
Just in the face. Like a cream pie.
Okay. So
And I'll carry on running out and probably get another attack of opportunity from the other one as well.
so you get an attack of opportunity from this one.
Oh, actually, as I run past him, can I bonus action punch that thing in the face too?
No, I'm going to say that your bonus action was pieing.
But isn't that my action? Pieing is the action.
Try and run.
Go on then. Okay. No, that's nice. So you've action before Gunther in the face.
Yeah.
And now you want to bonus action with Rector as you go past.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is standing
only
next to her.
that's only 14.
That missed it. No, that hits. Sorry. Yeah, no, that hits. Oh, you're running through it.
And that is 5 damage. He's probably going to get more damage
Somebody's
back on me,
birthday.
but it's fine.
Okay.
And then he gets the attack of opportunity.
As you're running outside, the raven that you noticed when you came in that's flown back and sitting on the swinging sign outside the windmill shrieks and flies off. Do you want to speak Raven?
Wait, two questions. If that was a familiar, it would have pinged up on my bell branch thing.
It's not familiar.
So
Wonderful.
we picked up his phone.
Yeah, it would have picked up fail
You spoke
thing.
to it.
Oh, that's right. It didn't have a hold to
Be
say.
careful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did get a warning.
I'm gonna yell out, thanks for the advice!
It calls back. I warned you.
Next time the word is hags, maybe use it!
Stop raving on.
Hey, you're above your quota tonight. Come on.
Alright, carry on.
Okay.
Missed last week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you're
true.
making up for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
making up last
We'll
week.
allow the second one. We'll allow the second one.
I'll always allow it. I
Bella
love that.
reappears.
Magic.
What's going on?
Bella reappears.
Where?
Oh.
Right in front of you.
Right next to Western Wing.
Oh, I'm gonna get pie filling.
You're.
This sets off my
Yeah.
She needs to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
What are you doing?
We need to save Ethidwe. Who thought bringing a child on an adventure
What's he
was a
casting?
good idea?
Yeah, it's good. It's just
What's his casting?
nothing could go wrong.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
22.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that passes. That passes.
For level 3, of course it passes.
Damn it. It's casting command. I was telling you to grovel.
Of course that wasn't.
I had to
Oh
try.
no, it just would have been too easy.
They could roll one on the die.
I had to try.
She cackles. And.
Why Ethidwe?
Why Ethidwe? What happened to Ethidwe? Ethidwe?
Because he's a child on an adventure with grown-ups.
Okay.
It's smaller than the average candy.
She
You're the runt of the litter.
leans forward and touches Vash.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to make a wisdom save.
Alright, I think we're going to need to fight
those of us that are not frogs away.
17.
That passes. You feel this
Whoo!
disconcerting,
Oh,
And I'm not the one who's missing.
this disconcerting almost confusion. Like you don't know who you are or what you are or how things work, and then you manage to shrug that off. And she snorts and she turns to her mother and goes, "Mother, are we looking after this young one as well with the others?" Pointing towards everybody.
that young one is ours, I'm afraid.
He's with us, unfortunately.
Mother, are we looking after this young one?
I'm afraid we must insist. We'd appreciate if you'd let them go. I'm assuming we can tell that Ethelred's frozen at this point.
Yeah, well, I think he's not moved, and Bella's just appeared next to him. He's just looks at you and stands there. Ash, it's your turn.
Yes, I am deciding what to do.
Did you skip my turn?
Oh no, you can have a turn if you want to. Sorry, Frog. I apologise.
Pretty big.
Just moving.
Are you moving out?
Yeah.
I apologise.
Just eating some of the pie, slipping off the face as we walk
I had my fill. I'm good.
You'd eat some flies or something.
So you can probably. So you can see the direction. You can get round it because you're tiny. If you want to keep, so you can go.
Just
you can
put-
dash if you'd like to.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Can Quinny clock there's something up with this frog that's
Yeah, this
cursing
frog
and
is-
screaming and now following us?
There is a frog that appears to be trying to escape. Yes. And it's. I don't know what the
Go
frog
you,
is saying.
frog. I believe in you.
I don't know what the frog is saying. What's the frog saying?
Rabbit.
Save me!
They're turning the children into frogs.
Winnie needs to kiss the frog to restore.
I don't think that's going to do much.
I'm all yelling out to the door.
Try.
Also, just
Okay, so this frog is coming out going, "Rabbit, rabbit," and what you're hearing is, "Morning, Lord! Why have you forsaken me?" Coming out in grimace.
If the frog's talking about the Morning Lord, I think I definitely can put those two dots together. Quinny, in an unusual thing of like understanding, suddenly yells out and points at the frog and goes, "It's Malachi! It's Malachi!"
Right, so
And points at the
turn. Because I haven't done anything yet.
Yes,
Right,
it's your turn.
so realizing we're in for a fight, I will use my bonus action to activate my form of dread and go full vampire.
You were doing so well at escaping as well.
I know I was. Ooh, that's a good roll for my fucking temporary health points. That's really good.
At least we're going to be fighting outside now. Well, you guys are, I'm not. I'm already starting to
And-
build my next character.
She's right next to me, yes?
Oh yeah, she's standing right there.
I'm a biter.
Okay.
was there like
That's 18 to hit. No, sorry, 21 to hit.
Hits.
I think.
And that is that is 5 piercing damage.
But it's not baked in. It is in fact
a good mechanic?
I do have a fang bite.
Feel a bit.
It's based on constitution and it is a d4.
What's that?
Fang bite.
Oh,
But I can absorb that absorb that as health,
no. Yeah, no, we were
Right.
talking about bleeding as a mechanic.
or I can add it to my next ability check or saving.
Okay. So you bite her 5 damage.
Yes.
It doesn't appear to inflict anywhere near as much as you would expect. So it's almost like your bite almost goes through her. So she takes some damage, but it seems to just pass through her shoulder.
Okay.
And your form of dread is a what's that?
It's where my hair
I
goes
know
from black
that,
to white.
but isn't
It makes me
frightened.
immune to fear. I cannot be frightened.
Don't people who see you
Yes,
turn like a
DC wisdom saving throw.
I knew there was something.
Yeah, hang on, where is it?
That's like the best bit.
Yeah.
I hit her, so yes, DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Because I hit her.
Oh, so she gets frightened.
Yes. Anytime I hit something,
Oh, that's
it causes fear. So even with an Eldritch Blast for 120 feet, I can make them frightened of me if I hit them with Eldritch Blast.
19.
Yeah, it passes. But I'm immune to fear, which is going to be helpful.
She's purple. And
Yeah, and Vash will take a wider stance and just bury his fangs and do the old vampiric hiss.
you're staying where you are.
Yeah,
Okay, Harley, you're on.
screaming at each other. So
just
unsettling.
hissing at each other. Gives a blast
So
and completely
unsettling.
uncivilized.
She
So
picks up
Vash
and
is
she
attacked.
So Vash is attacked.
Vash is attacked. It's a
There's a
bloodbath.
frog headed towards Quinny, or a toad headed towards Quinny. Ethidwe stood like that. Zephyr's just fired Morgantha in the face.
I will step to the left, so I'm between Vash and Ethidwe.
Yep.
And I'm just going to slam down with my hammer.
Okay.
Let's grab a couple more hits.
16 plus 4, so dirty 20.
Just do it.
If I go down, I'll go down.
Just do it. I've got a stack of temporary hit points. I'm right. Do it.
Plus 2, so that's 6 damage.
Okay. Again, the same problem. So as you hit with your hammer, and you're really used to your weapon, it almost seems to go through her rather than hit her in any meaningful way.
And then I will take
These magic
Ethidwe's
weapons.
hand.
Maybe that'll
hold
do some
on to him.
double space illusion.
With his hand.
Okay. So
Oh,
you're
something
holding
like
on to
blur or
Ethidwe's hand. It's
something.
like he doesn't hold your hand back. It's like holding on to a statue.
It's just much.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Yeah, I know that, but
But it's like, oh.
Oh, hang
Harley,
on. Did
hold
she
on.
cast a spell?
2.
Bella, has she cast a concentration spell? She didn't do the polymorph. Okay.
No, Bella did the polymorph, which hasn't done it for 6.
No, Bella didn't do it.
Ah,
Her
right.
sister did it.
Of course.
She's
oh,
headed back
so she's
upstairs.
upstairs. How?
Yeah, no, I will be holding on to Ethidwe's hand so that if they
I was
try
kinda
and
hoping
take
to break
him in any
concentration.
way.
You don't know who did the polymorph because you couldn't see anything
Yeah.
because they were all
Yeah.
in frog mode. So
I just assumed it was
her
her.
sister came downstairs and because her sister's turn was first, so her sisters came downstairs and polymorphed.
No, I mean Vash would have assumed it was her.
Polymorphed Malachi who
Self-centered.
hurt her sister. Yeah.
Well, Vash would have assumed that she did it.
Yes.
Attacking her would have made the most sense.
Yes, it's made no difference to the child.
And Vash also knows that she's hurt. So attacking her does make the most sense. Even though I did bug
It
all
does
them.
indeed. Okay. Harley, any...
Because I can't hit her with Eldritch Blast.
That would be
Okay,
my turn.
Quinny, your turn.
Quinny is going to run and stand in front of Harleen. I'm not going to end my turn in that space.
Okay.
And then Quinny's going to have her eyes will glow bright purples or like horny vines can grow over her horns. I'm going to cast a second level Thunder Weave on the Dretch and the Auntie Morgan and the daughter. I think
Okay.
Zephyr will also be in the box. It's a 15-foot cube in front of me.
Yep.
So I think I'll get Zephyr as well, but hopefully he'll survive.
So you're going to move. So where are you moving
So
to?
I'll move. So I'll be occupying the same space as Harleen just for
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah.
I can do that as long as I don't end my turn in it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then 15-foot box directly in front of me.
Okay, so
angled
that will
to-
take Ethidwe. So that
So
will
I'm-
take Ethidwe. Point it. So if you move to there,
Oh, diagonally, you're going.
or you're going to go here. That's what.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'll go where Vash is, and then have
Okay.
the box be like the bottom left corner where Belle
Yeah.
is standing, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I can get hopefully
So
the
you
three of
go
them all in the
this
thing.
way.
I mean, I can.
Yeah, it's a
He can.
sweat.
Because I didn't move. I can
I
just
mean,
shove
like-
over to the side if needs be.
So you're going over that way somewhere.
Yeah, and then hopefully to get the three
Yeah,
of them.
like
If I
that.
need to
Yeah.
get Zephyr in,
Yep.
that's fine. Yep, and that is a
That's
con
also
save.
good. A con save.
Yeah, and I'll scream out, "Let my friends go!"
Buzz.
Con save. I can con save.
I was kind of
No,
hoping
you
the frog
can't.
would be there as well, so you
Yeah,
wouldn't just be
I failed the
by
con
proxy,
the
but you're nowhere near.
the
The
frog's
frog.
just out. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I failed the con save just then.
That is a 15 for me.
Okay.
4.
Bella got a 22.
Bother.
And
Takes half damage.
Morgan fails miserably with a 2, so she gets a 7 on her con save.
Boom.
I've got a 4 on my
That is
save, so
13 thunder damage for everyone who failed, and half that for succeeded.
Sorry.
And anyone who failed is also knocked back 10 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm not that 10 feet.
Which-
I guess that's a good thing.
If I'm right, would that mean Zephyr is knocked 10 feet away from the other foes?
Yes.
He'd be
Yes.
knocked to the right?
Yes,
There
you
you
would.
go, that was entirely intentional.
Okay, so you're going over there.
And then Does
that mean if
Morgan's going
Auntie
10?
Morgan's stumbling back 10 feet backwards, she steps on Malachi?
now Malachi's outside that foot. He's to the
And
left
she'll
of
go
Harley.
that way. Yep.
Yep.
And the
How'd the
Dretch?
Dretch do?
Sorry. Got the Dretch.
See, we're still too early in the campaign to get.
The Dretch crits, so that's a
I mean, I can
21.
heal you.
Ah, lame.
So it just
Alright,
stabs.
We've got
That
3
just takes
people
the
that can
7.
technically heal.
Sorry, there's 6.
I do have 3 HP. So
And then I will move back. I'll move back 20 or so feet. Oh, I've still got my bonus action.
Yes.
I'm gonna wild shape.
Okay.
I will
I
wild.
think I'd opened all your wild shapes up. I was anticipating.
Yeah, well, I've got to cast spells sometime. I will go with a giant hyena this time. Actually, what I'd like to do, sorry, I want to step back. I want to occupy the space between the door and Auntie Morgan, and then
Okay.
shift into a large creature, hoping to block the way.
Okay.
So
you
she
want to go
and the 2
here?
dretches are stuck inside. Yep, and then I'll shift into a giant hyena,
Okay.
hopefully big enough to like physically block the door and
Yep.
keep those locked inside. And I can burn through some hit points.
I like it.
There you go.
Awesome. I also get rampage with that, so if I take out any of the dretches, I just get another attack.
It's like Great Weapon Master. You
Yeah.
kill something, you get an extra attack.
Yes.
There you go. So there's this moment, and this giant hyena suddenly appears in the doorway. Queenie vanishes, and this giant sort of purple and red almost
That
spotted
looks terrifying.
Doesn't it?
a hyena.
Hopefully that's got a lot of HP.
It has 45. Which is good, and I've still got
Another
magic
one.
resistance, so.
It's Auntie Morgan's turn.
And she's also prone, I believe. Oh no, she's just pushed 10 feet.
Just
Sorry.
put that
And she vanishes.
Rude.
down. Rude.
And that's her turn. Ethigwe.
I mean, she does have. She's probably got to go to the bathroom and clean up after her face being
That's an 18.
just.
So
She's vanished. Why doesn't someone just pick up
Broken
Ethel
free,
and
you
fuck
can't
off?
do anything.
I'm going to.
So that's the end of your turn, but you can now move.
I'm going to pretend I'm still frozen,
Ah,
but
Clever.
give Harleen a little squeeze on the head, so she knows. But otherwise,
Okay.
Clever.
Okay.
Clever. We like it.
Alright.
giant hyena's good.
so
2d6 plus 3 for
Ophelia-
bite attack.
Vanishes upstairs.
That's like a great sword.
So she continues.
It's better than me with all
She
the
makes no
questions.
attack. She has just
It's
disappeared.
like a great sword with a
Okay.
strength of
And
16.
the Dretch's turn. The 2 Dretches that are inside head over to try and wail on this giant hyena because there's nothing else that they can attack. So they are going to bite and claw.
Hold on.
So bite attack 14.
That's a hit.
So that's 3 isn't it?
Oh no.
Are you okay with the 45 hit points?
I will survive.
Okay. And the claw attack is
I've got another wild shape after this as well.
I know.
16 to hit.
That's a hit. I'm only on 12 as a hyena.
Okay. And another 3 slashing damage. So that's one Dretch. And then the other one attacks at you. Seven. So he misses with his bite, even though you're huge and right in his face.
I imagine there's a lot of like furry armor type stuff.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's just slightly confused because there wasn't a big furry thing in front of him a minute ago. He's not the brightest of things. And similarly, his claws fall to hit. The one that's immediately in front of the door also gets an attack on you.
Yeah.
So you've got two on front and one on behind you. So that one tries to bite, and that's 16 to hit.
Hit.
It's bite. And that's one bite damage.
Oof.
So it just about manages to squeeze its tiny little tooth through your hide, and 20 on its claws.
Yeah, that hits. Ooh. The schism tempers for a minute.
Yeah.
The weave has a little reset.
And that was 6 claw damage.
Lovely. Still got more hit points than I did when I do max. Using that 10 HP in D and Beyond is fantastic. It's such a good idea.
You go to reset.
This is what it is. It's temporary hit points. You just have to have it
That's
start
right,
with.
they added it to
Right. Switch the map. But anyway, carry on. I know where you are. I'll come back to it. Okay.
Whose turn is it then?
So it is Zephyr's turn. So Zephyr has been blown 10 foot off to the side. You've got Bella in the middle, and you've got a giant hyena now blocking the way into the house.
It's not going to make the fight easy, really easy.
I'm going to take 2 shots with my dart at Bella.
Okay.
Oh, these are kids in.
One is 21 to hit.
Hits.
Then is
Special abilities is about hyena.
It's a large creature, so I've got
6 damage.
Depending on strength.
Okay.
venom and strengths and that sort of stuff.
Yes, 6 damage.
Its hit points is the name.
Okay, again, it almost feels like you're just passing through her. It hits. You see her reel back, but it's not as effective as you would expect it to be.
Magic.
Okay.
And the second one
Magic.
is 9 to hit.
Sorry?
9 to hit.
Misses.
And I'm going to run 100 feet away.
Okay.
Run it.
So you're 10 feet. You don't break and touch that, you know. Okay. Malachi,
I have 3 HP.
you're up.
I suppose you can run another 100 feet back in.
You are currently outside, down to the bottom left, jumping away.
Oh, no, sorry, 50.
Quinny vanished
Yeah.
and appears to have turned, and you're still a toad out in the grass.
I wonder if I continue to run away if I stick around. So now we're actually
You
in fire.
couldn't find like a sharp rock to jump on?
Oh yeah. So I had to
break
like
the
trigger
polygons.
myself
That's
back
a
in.
little dark.
Yeah. That's the
You're
thing.
just wandering beside and you just see this like frog jump up on a
See,
like,
my
barrel and
intelligence is
just
so
jump
low.
up.
I wouldn't probably think of.
You wouldn't think of
that
it. No,
anyway.
you just
So yeah.
you'd
I
recognise
feel-
us
I
as
feel
your
like I
allies.
just
That's
keep
about
running
it.
away.
Hopping away. Okay, so you're hopping off. into
I'll still keep
the long
within
grass.
within like
Yeah.
like not too far away
That's
from
fine.
them, but yeah, I'll start
Just out of
running
danger.
a bit further away. Yeah.
So, Bella's turn. The order. Bella vanishes.
Annoying. What spell slots do those things have?
It's
They
not
share
spell.
spells.
That's not a spell.
No,
Oh.
hags have
Yeah,
special
they
ability.
can- when they're in a coven, which is when they're in 30 feet of each other, they can just do that.
That's
And
weird.
they can also use each other's spell slots.
Like a bunch of wizard spells rather than their actual spells.
So she just blinks out.
Good for her. It's important to have goals in life.
So there's a dretch in front of me.
There
I
is.
did like a
Okay.
bunch of reading.
I will hit it with the old
How fucked are
hex,
Okay.
Especially because I do a lot of
and then I'm a Eldritch Blast.
intentionally trying not to do
Okay.
that, just because I hate to do that sort of stuff.
That is a 18 to hit.
Hits.
for 11 damage.
Dretch goes down.
Perfecto. And I'll step back 5 feet. Sorry, 10
Okay.
feet.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Marlene, you can see no enemies. You can see Ethelbry is still frozen, but his fingers are twitching. You can see a frog.
He grabbed her.
I know. He's got a frog jumping off to the far distant yonder into the tall grass. Reload this while we're doing that. You can see no enemies.
No enemies at all. Arwen would, Harleen would probably just try and pick Ethelbry up and just kind of go back, like away from the tower.
The thing is, the oil thing is dead.
One of them is. I took one out.
Would I be able to possibly tell her to unfreeze him?
Hex. But I can
Unfreeze
move my hex
Ethelbry.
up as a bonus action.
So
people get one.
you don't
Yeah, but we
think
can't see
Ethelbry is frozen. So you don't think he is frozen. He squeezed your hand.
Oh, okay.
So you're looking at Ethelbry and you think, sorry, I just reloaded again. You think Ethelbry is fine. He's just now standing there looking like a
If
real
the
bad
target drops to
game
0 hit points before the spell ends,
Okay.
you can use a bonus action or
Well, I would
subsequent
just
turn
sort
yours
of-
to curse them the creature.
Oh yeah, no, it's just
Pull his hand.
No, I can just move.
Go
When it's my
back.
turn, I can just move this.
Okay.
Um,
So
I can put it
Harley's
on you if I
pushing you out the way.
right, that's it.
Sorry.
Away from, yeah.
Okay.
There's a trick you can do if you've got a familiar. You move the curse to familiar
Move you away.
and just keep going.
This Bella's not in
Yeah,
front of
Bella's
me.
I've heard of a game.
Against
I've heard of a game where someone grabbed a
Bella's
bag of holding
split
for
out.
rats.
Yeah, I'm just
Finish
gonna
transfer one of the
rats
grab
out of the
Ethelbry's
Disappeared
hand
over
and
here.
just start kind of walking away from the tower saying this is not worth it.
Okay. So you guys are walking away over this way.
Yeah.
So the Dretch got splattered.
Yep.
So that Dretch is gone. So now all we've got is so Pointy, it's your turn. It's your hyena.
I want to
We've
go
got
up one of these
two
directions.
Dretches
You should be able to take one out pretty quick.
I only get one attack is the only thing. If either of them look hurt, I'll go for that one. If not,
No, not
that's a 12.
hits.
Oh, amazing. Oh yeah, 13 piercing damage, I think it
I
is.
thought that was a
So
1.
you rip the Dretch's head off.
Awesome.
And the body just
Use
sort
the
of
rampage.
twitches
I get-
slightly and foils into an oily sort of path on the ground.
I can do that to get a free dash if I want to.
So there's one Dretch. Is all you can see.
Rampage.
Probably just
Take
take
it
out the other one. Great, I get rampage, so I can make another attack if I
Okay.
kill something. So I'll
Yeah,
go
you
for the
kill
other one.
Yep.
That is a pathetic 7.
Misses.
Yeah, fair enough. I am worried about this kid upstairs.
Just
Cut the
we're
losses.
Not, we're not going to save that kid. There's
Cut the losses
absolutely
with
no
the
way.
way. We've got everybody out.
If we
Can I
try
get
to
up the
if we
stairs
try to
in wild
save the
shape?
kid, we all die, and the kid.
Can I get up the stairs in wild shape?
No.
Alright. Everyone else is getting out. Can I fit through the door in wild shape?
Just. It would be a squeeze.
Yeah.
As a giant hyena to get through the door.
That's fair. That was kind of the idea. Everyone else looks like they're just leaving. Alright, I will back out through the door slowly. My idea is like going backwards, so if I need to, I can take a nip at this Dretch as I'm leaving.
So as you're backing out and it's sort of as you're squeezing through the door, it's pushing all your fur in the wrong direction, so you end up with all your hyena fur up like a lion's mane around your head as you're squeezing backwards through this door. The Dretch takes a swipe at you as you tries to get at you as you back out, but there's just so much fur around your face it can't get anywhere near your hide at all. So the 7. So you manage to squeeze your way back street activity. So you're all outside,
Mhm.
looking through the door. Gosh, you can see nobody else in this room,
Apart from that one.
apart from the one dragon.
Apart from one direction.
I'll shoot a look at our monk friend, who I know can read my mind if they want. Oh no, you have to use an action for that.
I have
Yeah,
to
never
actually
mind.
use an action to start.
That's
For you to respond
yeah,
to
that's
me.
not worth it in that case.
So you're sort of there. Irina, interestingly, didn't go in the windmill.
She stayed away from it.
Irina went for a look around the ground. So Irina comes back. Irina, what you've not seen for a while, wanders back and sees a frog, a giant hyena, and lots of people running away from the windmill. Precisely what have you been doing?
Vash will just point at the windmill and say, "Hags. 3 of them.
Pies.
The pies."
We don't eat pies.
Thanks for telling us, bitch! He says,
Woof.
Yeah, you understood that. Okay.
I'm having a chat to the frog in hyena.
Okay. Are you leading
Actually, yeah, I'll
Re-
grab the frog in my mouth.
and his friends upstairs in the room?
Absolutely, we are not doing that.
Not leaving
what can
the
we
kids.
what can we do about it?
I can go giant centipede and get up there easily. I only have 11 hit points as that, so they can kill me really easily.
No,
and then
I
shake,
think
and then
we
I'm kind of
come
dead.
back here when we're a bit stronger.
Yeah.
I think they'll be
But
dead.
all those kids will be dead by the time
Well, that's
we
the
come
other
back.
thing.
Well,
The other
we
thing
can
I want to
avenge
do
the
is,
children.
go back a bit. I can cast augury and see if the child's life is like immediately in peril, and then if so, we can get another plan or come back.
I
There's
think
absolutely no way we're surviving this.
no.
I'm
You're
still a frog,
underestimating
so you've
No.
got
Yes.
5 people there.
There's
I did absolutely the most possible damage I possibly could.
Exactly.
Even if
and
I
you
rolled a
did
d20
50%
again.
in hell.
But I didn't need to
But
roll
it
a
was-
d20
it was
again,
necrotic.
and
We don't know
that
if
would be
they
the
could have
only
been
one.
like they
I
could have
looked
had
it
some
up.
sort of
It's not.
resistance.
So
That's
as you're having this
I know.
conversation, there's a frog that's looking really interested in this conversation. The raven is flying around.
Can
Is
I?
there a
also-
frog interested in the conversation? Can I just...
Are
you
going
can
for it?
telepathically link
I
it.
I
was
can
gonna say,
telepathically link with the frog and be like,
My beast speech feat still works in wild shape.
Yes,
what's going on?
It's a feature, of course it does.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
great.
be-
So I just can't speak common.
No.
Morning, Lord, save me!
Oh,
wait, it's you? How did...
Morning, Lord, save me!
Oh wait, we're still in initiative, eh? I can't actually...
if you are walking away from the window, you can put there.
I'd like to try to talk to the crow while we're still in the initiative, if it's
Okay.
willing to,
Yep.
or the raven, sorry.
Yep.
I will say, hey, it's me, don't panic. I'll say,
He doesn't. This crow doesn't. Raven does not appear to be panicked in
that's
any
good.
way.
That's good. So, could you do me a huge favour? Would you be willing to have a look in the top window of that windmill and see if there's a kid up there?
Or multiples.
Would the hags turning invisible break their concentration?
It's an ability, it's not a spell.
And they're not invisible. So the hags have etherealness that they can use as an action. So
They can step into the ethereal plane.
They can
ethereal plane.
step in and out of the ethereal plane, and it
Cowards.
doesn't break the coven, and it doesn't break the distance, and it doesn't break the spell.
Yeah.
They just step in and out.
So basically just need to wait
So
out.
They just
literally
peace out
just
from
on
this
the other
point.
side.
They just go,
Peace out.
bye.
So yeah, they're just stepping in and out of the ethereal plane.
The only way you could see them is probably the true sight.
Or no, True Sight
No,
doesn't
True
see
Sight
into
can't
the
see into
ethereal
it.
plane.
Doesn't?
See
Ghosts
the
can see
ethereal
into the
plane.
ethereal plane for some
Doesn't it?
reason.
I could kill you. Yeah. And you
I
could
thought. Oh no, true sight sees into the astral plane, doesn't it?
No,
No,
If you
it
sees
really
into
want to
any-
No,
see
I'm
into the
pretty sure
astral
it
plane, we can make that happen.
Anyway.
But
So
does this raven see like?
the ravens.
Vaguely
The ravens.
I'll drop a spell if I need to, but
No. The raven can understand, and the raven starts to fly around, going around the windmill, and you can see that it's almost like a like a healthy skeleton, like a walkway at the outside of this window. And there's windows, and flies all the way around, and then comes back down and perches on the side at the top and goes, 2 children in the window.
Quinny will drop her wild shape, have ridiculously messed up hair,
Okay.
and say, in coming to everyone, I think the kids are okay. And I'll relay what the crow said. And I'll thank the crow, obviously. I'll throw it some bread or some rations if I have any.
True Sight does see any theory.
I don't know why we argue with you.
I know,
As a
every time
general-
you do,
as a
then he
general
goes,
point of view.
Looks it up.
actually.
I looked it up.
That's fine.
I'm gonna.
That's fine. You can.
I
At least he's
I've got a
polite
good-
got to actually look it up and prove that he's
I've got a good memory.
Yeah, no,
the fact that he's
Good
right.
memory.
So Zipper's gonna turn to Quinny and be like, "It's not okay. This is wrong. We have said it. But I suspect now is not the time."
Oh, I was about to run out there if you were keen.
Like run into the tower to
Yeah,
save
that's
them.
Morning,
Vash,
Vash.
Vash will walk
basically
past.
like-
The frog.
Vash will walk past.
Zipper's gonna like look at himself like
Okay.
covered in like scratches and gouged out, like basically on his last legs of life, and just look at you sideways.
Vash will walk past,
Maybe I'm a little more careful.
playing a little tune as he walks past, and just gently run his fingers across the
Do
back
you
of
mind
Zipper's
if I
head
pick you up?
and use the loop to cast Cure Wounds.
Quinny will say to the frog. I'm going to take morning orders. Yes, I'll pick out the damage by the frog. Can I do an Arcana check or something to see if I've heard of people being turned into animals
Oh yeah.
unwillingly?
11.
Just drop the wild shape. What are you doing?
I didn't know you could wild
My
shape.
Arcana is.
No, I like it because
Wait,
I want to get
wild
extra
shape into a
PTSD
frog.
from this.
That's a 10.
I'd like to look over our little froggy friend too.
Yeah, someone with
So-
better Arcana
so-
should do that.
So with a 10 on Arcana, you know exactly what this is.
Mhm.
This is stupid people wild shape.
Mhm.
You've seen people do this who have not got wild shape. Wild shape, totally cool because you kind of maintain your brain while being a creature. This is wild shape for stupid people, and so you can explain that this is wild shape. This is being cast upon him, and he's actually a frog. But we could hurt him, and he might turn back again. You would know that as well.
Would an
This is a game you've played drunk in the Feywild.
I'm gonna look at this frog, and I'm just gonna lean in really closely and say, "Thanks for getting us into that mess," and then I'll break the frog's neck.
I was about to say, would a 21 in Arcana have revealed anything more about it?
I'm like
it's
working
too
on
late.
lived
It's too late.
experience.
Quinny's going.
I'm pretty sure I know what's going on.
This is
Alright,
Quinny's
Quinny.
going. This is polymorph for stupid people. Yeah, they're just ours. They lose their mind, and eventually it wears off. Or you can just hurt them.
And goes-
Vash is like, I think you'll find this is polymorph.
Yes.
And this would be a spell that has probably
Yeah,
been cast by one of
Bad
those
wild shape.
stupid people. Okay, so you
Stupid
attacking the frog.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a little bit more complicated than
Ah.
Flash.
Do you have to go for it?
Roll for an attack.
Yes.
Roll an
Why?
attack on the frog.
Roll an attack for the frog that I'm holding.
Yeah, roll an attack on the frog.
I want to see how heavy crit this.
That is a what's that? An unarmed attack.
Well,
It's
yes,
at least a 15 plus
Oh,
whatever.
a
I
frog's
added.
AC is like 4.
17. That's an 18.
I think it's the frog.
Lovely. Is that my strength modifiers damage?
Yeah.
That's a point of damage in that case.
Okay, so the frog.
It's 1 point of damage.
1 point.
Oh, so that's
adds
exactly
70.
what. So I don't say. Oh,
So
70. So you.
7. Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
because the damage
'Cause
carries
what was
over. So the one.
why does it carry on?
The one damage hits the frog. The frog has 1 hit point.
Yeah, but he only did.
he did 1
Oh,
damage.
you did 1.
I did
Yeah.
1 point
Sorry,
of damage. 'cause
I thought
it's-
He said
Strength
A
mod, isn't it?
damage.
Oh, I thought you said 8.
8.
No,
I thought
sorry,
he said
8
8 too.
damage.
Singular.
Yeah, so I literally said
One
it.
damage.
Literally.
Quinny is the most buff druid ever.
Oh,
No, just because it's an unarmed attack, so it's just strength mod, so it's just a single point of damage.
No, you're fine. That makes much more sense. I'm like, brutal. But yeah,
I'm like bashing the
So I
frog.
like
against
pop back in.
yes, you do. So you.
Ah!
Morning
Wow!
Lord saved me.
Where is your morning lord?
Yeah.
Morning Lord is still with me.
Worship me.
Well, that was an unnecessary fight.
Yeah,
I made the mistake, not the Lord.
As I say, as my hair starts going fucking back to black and my teeth recede.
Emma, can we notice?
Let's get out of here,
is
please.
The windmill
Right now.
Yes,
spinning?
As far from here as possible.
I suggest we do that. Yes.
don't you want to save the children
No.
upstairs?
Is it
Are you
windy?
sure?
Don't feel like being a frog anymore.
Sorry.
Is it like? Is there a breeze?
Ribbit.
Wind?
Oh, I mean,
Quinny uses druid craft to
So they're
craft a
still
little
spinning.
swarm of
Yes.
flies and offers you and so hungry.
Is that
I'm
when
pretty
Malachi's
full now,
like?
thank you.
Is that when Malachi turns to us and is like,
And there's
"Hey
not very
guys,
much-
ribbit."
There's not very much.
I already did that joke, you missed it.
Kirk.
So that all the blades on the windmill are pretty wrecked. They're pretty.
It's a pretty shitty windmill.
Disheveled.
It's a shell of a windmill. But yes, it is still turning. And no, there is not a noticeable wind. And the blades don't look particularly like they would be particularly useful for turning anything. And you can see there's this sort of odd platform that runs around the outside.
I suggest we
Go
get
up
as
and
far
break
get as far away from here as humanly possible.
Quinny
Well, we
takes a
don't want to
mental
climb up the
note to
edge
learn
and
meteor at
save
some
the
point in the
children.
far future and come visit here again.
Yes. Something with a bit more oomph.
So, and he says, well, you were shopping, or whatever it was. I've been for a bit of a look around, and there's an interesting hill, the one just behind this windmill. There's some, it's interesting. You should just have a look. You don't need to go far, just behind the windmill. Just have a look. I've walked down there.
Can
on
I
my
insight
own
that?
and seem to come to less harm than you did.
Can I insight that?
Yeah.
Quinny's
Yeah,
walking
19 on
towards the
inside
hill.
for that.
Pardon?
19.
That was
Yeah, no,
fire.
she's completely genuine. She's been walking around the countryside. She's grown up in
Why would
Wigan.
we not believe the person we
That's-
are escorting
Yeah,
to safety?
we've got some bigger problems if she's lying to us.
Yeah,
about
she's
this.
lying to
I'll
us.
head towards the hill.
I don't
And,
trust anyone.
and say like,
I'm still
anything
going
more
to,
descriptive
like,
you can say about it?
I'm gonna
So,
keep
yeah, as
Effie
you
close
walk-
to me still.
As you walk over the back of
Far
the hill
away.
from the windmill, off into the distance, you can see these sort of tall standing stones on the top of the hill behind the windmill. So you've got the windmill on top of the hill, and then there's a dip down to a valley, and then a smaller hill behind in the distance. So as you stand behind the windmill on top of the hill, you can see down, and then this hill further in the distance.
Does it look fey?
It does look fey.
swampy.
It
Quinny,
does look
Quinny is
fey.
like visibly excited at saying something from
It does look
a kind of foolish.
And Zephyr, you recognise it from the visions that you had way back, right at the beginning on the mountain, when you were trying to work out how to get back to Barovia, and you were meditating with your son on the top of the mountain, and you had visions, and one of the visions was of standing stones on the top of a hill behind a tall windmill with fog and mist swirling around them, and this looks exactly like that. So you recognise this immediately. You've seen it.
Can I go up and like investigate closer? Like see if there's
Yeah, I'll
any,
go
like,
up with me. Just
writing, or if I can determine the cause of this, if I've seen anything similar.
Okay. So you head over, and if you remember that when you had your reading with Madam Eva, Queenie, they said one of the things that you need to look to Misted Hill, the Drowned Spirits, and the Lonely Mill. Were the three places that they told you to look for, and you were told that you had to restore the holy places of the Elder Three was what Madam Eva said to you, and this, in your mind, certainly as a fae would fit with that sort of with that thinking. So yeah, you can wander over and have a look at those and see what.
I'll relay that information to everyone. I think this is a holy place of some sort.
Yep. So as you walk over, you get right up, and there's these huge, sort of, casting these huge shadow, these huge monoliths. There's
It's a Blair Witch thing.
around there. There you go. So there's four. There's four of them, loosely
It's
arranged.
the Blair Witch thing.
It's fine. They're loosely arranged in a
I was gonna see Jamie.
loosely arranged in a circle.
This is the
with
other- this is the
a
other
stone with a stone in the centre.
Transported back in.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Jamie back in time. From Atlanta. We're gonna do a time travel.
I want to check out the
Quick,
central
who
stone
has a gem on them?
Okay, you're going to check out central stone. Roll me an investigation.
Could it be anything else?
No,
Fair enough. That is a 9.
looks like stone.
Quinnia's like
There-
holding her hands out, trying to like sense the Fey spirits or whatever,
Okay.
but has an entirely practical understanding of how this works and no fear whatsoever.
Okay, so as you look at it, this stone is quite flat, and it appears to have very small teeth, I think, scattered across the top of it.
Can I attempt to identify what they're from?
Yeah. you
Survival?
can.
That's much more my speed. That's a 17.
You think that they are human.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Somehow
That is not good.
Listen, worry about everything.
I'm going to pick these up and walk over to the nearest human and kind of open their mouth and go,
Why am I back there? Why am I away from the group?
We're in the about to die spot.
Okay. Yeah, you can go. Sorry, it was just so that you could get the lights. That's all. You can go wherever you want.
I will be looking around for any Sylvan or Druidic writing or runes or any
Okay.
bad vibes or anything like that, basically.
So
I'm trying to work out
Oh,
what this place.
yeah,
I'm assuming there's
give me
like
some light.
a purpose for
Yeah.
this place.
Okay.
So I'm trying to work
So
out what this is and what it does.
You walk. So you're walking around these stones, and as you're looking at them, these appear to be completely ancient. They're covered in moss. On each of the stones is what appears to be a carving of a cityscape, and the stone here appears to have what looks like snow and snow-laden trees and a layer of snow across the buildings. And this stone over here appears to have sort of birds flying across the sky and trees with leaves floating across. And the city appears to be a different cityscape. It's a different city. You don't recognise the city. And this one here, there's a sun emblazoned in the sky, and there's flowers growing up the walls of these buildings on the cityscape on this one. And this one has a city with a tree arching across the front of the megalith with a nest with eggs and birds flying back to the nest. So they're beautifully carved.
I'm going to say to our travelling companion, Irina, do these mean anything to you? Do you recognise these places?
These look like no places in Barovia. I've never seen them before. There are some legends about them they're historical. They're from a long time ago, I think. But there are legends about where gods and live in paradise and cities that they live in. entered this plane.
Vash, but you've studied history. You got anything?
I could have a look if you wish. So what do I?
From my research of Barovia beforehand,
Yep.
would I have heard about other places in this plane of existence other than Barovia?
Well, I was going to say, would I have read anything
Okay.
with my father's education?
Okay. So you, with your father's education, he didn't give you lots of sort of historical sort of religious history. This was much more of a the rise of kings and empires in Barovia.
Yeah.
So this sort of seems to predate that.
Okay.
From your religious readings in general that you did it at the monastery before you came, what you understand is that in the history of Barovia, before man and before the Morning Lord, before that, there were spirits of the land were worshipped by farmers and people of the earth in the lands of Barovia, and that after those people, the cities came and people populated, and with them came religion and war, and gradually people moved away from that sort of earth-based, and there were pockets where people still sort of paid homage to these earth spirits of the land, and so you would know them as these celestial beings that were worshipped before religion.
So these are like
so
the
thousands and thousands of years ago.
Would I know about this as well?
You would know about it as well. So you would know about
You've got
it.
them in a little book of Manual of Heretic Religions.
Yes. So you would know about it predominantly in terms of things that should be stamped out if it's in your manual, of things that you should stamp out if you find it happening. So you would know that prior to the founding of the Morning Lord and the Morning Lord coming and saving Barovia from itself, the sort of pagan peoples before they were rescued worshipped all sorts of things, and they worshipped a spirit of the land, and they worshipped a spirit of the forest, and they worshipped a spirit of the water. And then religion came and saved them from all of that.
Next question. How old do these teeth look? Like, do these look like old, sun-bleached, or they look like they've been put here from some children's? No, but I got a 17 survival. Like, you know, are they like died in the sun, old, been here, artifact type things, or are these like someone was here a week ago digging up some teeth?
So no, so there's a variety of teeth. So some of these teeth look like they have almost dissolved. They've been there for so long. They're yellowed and they're weathered, and they've been there for a long years. Some are much more recent and appear to have been there maybe days.
I don't like that at all.
This is not a place of the Lord. Let's get out of here.
It's a place of something, though.
Anybody who's having a look at
I'll be
the
looking
stones
around.
and all these nails can roll investigation or nature.
18 for me.
That's an 11 nature check from Quinny.
Okay.
That's
19.
big for an
Okay.
I say, I've got plus 11.
I got a nat one, I
I'm
don't
not
even
smart,
know
I
where we
didn't take
Okay,
it,
you're
which I'm
just
regretting.
you're looking at
14.
the windmill going, I'm sure this is bad shit.
Yeah.
As you're looking with the sort of 18, 19, the boulder in the middle is different. It's definitely different to the boulders around the megaliths around. It's definitely a different kind of rock. It's it's not the same. It's made of a different stone.
This one stone in the centre seems to be different to the others.
You said it had a flat top on it, did you? Quinny would like to try something. I don't know if this will work at all. Quinny's going to get on top of the stone and kind of sit cross-legged and meditate for a hot minute, and kind of
Do not do that. That's a sacrificial table.
flick some water up him. I'm gonna kind of like try to reach out and think, maybe mutter under my breath and say, I'm trying to say like, I know the Fae sent me for a reason. I could really use a sign right now.
Okay.
I didn't prep. I prepped augury, so if we've got a minute, like usually that's meant to be you ask a question, you get a sign for good, bad, or mixed results.
Yeah.
If I can, I'll cast that with, if you'll allow it, just a more vague thing of like, the hell am I supposed to be doing here?
Yeah. I don't know.
You'll allow that? Wonderful. I'll spend my other second level spell slot on that. That just takes a minute to cast.
He's trying to get us in trouble.
As soon as he gets off that stone.
Yeah, so
I'm like,
you receive
Sacred
an omen
flaming
from an
stone.
otherworldly
Like
entity
I'm
that
destroying
results
this
of
shit.
a-
Oh, you're gonna do an Idril, are you?
Doing an Idril.
Doing
Is that a thing
Idrils.
now?
Yeah, you sacred.
Which stone
Your
did you
name's
want?
become a
Beginning?
verb.
Oh
Are
yeah,
you
I
on the
did
middle one?
Sacred
Yeah.
Flame made.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
That's
that's an Idril.
No, I'm not saying flame.
Does that yield me any
Not
results?
pretty thick flame.
Just
Oh,
the
the
stone
As
itself.
you
That's why I'm like,
sit
I'm gonna
and
wait for her to get off,
meditate and
and then I'm
you
just-
ask
then I'm
the
just like,
why
fine.
am I here and what am I
What,
doing?
like, what do you need from me?
What do you need from me? Raven that was flying, and you recognise the raven. It's the same raven. It's got a very distinctive flash on its wing. As it comes around, it comes and sits next to you, and it sort of puts its head on one side and goes over to this rock and bends its head down and pulls a worm out on the side of the rock and flies off.
It pulls a worm out of the rock.
From underneath the rock.
Oh, from underneath the rock. Okay. I'll kind of like open one eye after really concentrating. Did it leave? Did you say, or is it still hanging around?
It's flown off with this worm.
What else in there?
Yep.
I guess I'll check out where the worms come from. I don't know. That's
Okay.
all I've got in the
So
way
as
to give
you
me a
so
sign.
as you look very specifically at where this raven went down, you can see there's something under this rock.
Okay.
Um,
How heavy would this rock be, just at a wild guess? Just looking at it, would I assume how heavy it is?
Heavy. I mean, this is bigger than you are. This
Absolutely.
wouldn't be. This would
Clear
be.
more than 500 pounds.
This would be at the stone at the end
Can you
of
watch
the
this and
strong
make
man
them
kind of.
Oh,
this is a
the biggest.
big
So is it-
rock.
is it
Not really
over
lifting, more
500
like
pounds is
4
my question.
4 pounds.
Yeah, it's
I could do an
These
eight.
are
That's
upwards
only a
of ton.
medium
This is
creature,
like
like
stone
it's
Damn.
like the
kind of
system.
So I could have cast
No,
a
not to
levitator
lift
and
it,
just lift it off
just
the
to dig
ground.
around the
Oh, to
edges.
dig around.
Well, I
could,
have every intention
what's a
to
ball?
destroy
I could-
it,
I could
so
turn
how
into-
about we
You
do
could.
that?
Has Quinny ever seen a badger?
Yeah, Quinny would have seen that.
I could.
You dig under it.
I could. Yeah. Does it look like? Can I get in there and have a look around and see if I can just pull it out? That would be neat. But if not, like, if it looks like it's buried underneath the rock,
It's
or what?
more
it
that
is?
it looks like this rock is ceilings of it. So the other
Okay.
stones look like they are embedded in the ground.
This one just looks as if it's put on
doesn't.
top.
So this one looks like it's flat on the top, and this looks like it's sitting on the ground.
That's
as
Would it be
opposed to
conceivable that the
buried
7
in
of
the
us could
ground.
move it? If I say, like, everyone get round, give it a push.
I mean, we have rope.
Can I
and
try
you have a
just
dagger.
attacking it?
I was kind of hoping it was under
I mean,
500
you
pounds, so I was
you
just
can
going to
hit
cast
it.
a levitator.
It looks
Like I'm gonna
It
use
looks
a,
like
I'm
a
not gonna use a
giant
spell
boulder. Go
slot.
for it.
I'll just use it.
I'm
I'll
not
just
gonna
use a
stop you.
cantrip and see if everyone just move aside. I'm using Sacred Flame.
I don't feel like that's going to work.
So it's you got to make a deck saving throw.
I
which
can't imagine
don't
it's
think a
gonna
rock
work.
can.
The rock
So
does not
yeah,
make
so
a dex
it's-
saving throw.
So it does 7 damage.
Okay. Nothing happens to the rock at all. one or two of the very old teeth vaporise.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
I
Can
don't think.
At least if
Can I-
Can we all try and move it? See if that
Yeah,
works?
let's give that a
let's do
crack.
Yep.
So, what, a bunch of strength checks or athletics?
Or just straight chat.
Strength.
That's a natural 20.
17 from Quinny.
I rolled
Do
a
you
12,
want
which
D20?
makes it a 9.
9.
Oh.
Whoa.
9 as well.
Oh, they're all good. It's like,
Yeah,
Great.
I've rolled a natural 20 and I've just gone.
so, with a natural 20,
Natural 20 plus 2.
This end
Yeah.
doesn't move at all. So they're like, and you get your fingers under the corner
And you
of
go,
your end of this rock and just lift it a good 2-3 feet up in the air.
Can we see underneath it?
You can look down underneath it. It depends how long Harleen's managing to hold it up, because she's currently holding it at an angle like this. And
By
so it's not a
myself.
big enough angle for you to be able to get under it. And she's holding it by herself.
Everybody's
Basically
so
a
strong.
Harley
Would be
Quinn.
particularly
It's
helpful.
just like absolutely dominating strength.
I've got nothing. My strength is +1, so
Same.
it was a miracle I rolled okay. I could wild shape,
Mine's a
but then I'm
-2.
useless. Can I like really quickly stick my hand in and see if I can grab something and pull it out? If there's like
Okay, as
something
you-
underneath it.
Are you looking underneath it, or are you just trying to get your arm underneath it? Or
If there's enough space, I'll like stick my head in first. But my
Okay.
main priority is
He's
there is a
sticking
chance
his
to grab
head
it.
first. Really?
Absolutely.
I am barely
And that's
holding
how
up
Quinny
my
died.
head.
We survived the 3
I was
hags,
hoping
but
it would be under 500
unfortunately,
flip it up.
Curiosity
I
got
am
the
not
better
putting
of
my
it.
head under the giant
one
rock.
slightly.
I am sticking my arm
strength
underneath
check.
it.
Two kids.
that's
Oh god.
Look, I can wild shape as a bonus action, so I can wild shape in like a second or two, I reckon.
Just
I reckon
do it
that'll save
quickly.
me dying. If I need to. Hand is in under the rock.
okay.
This is
There's
how
a
Quinny
hole.
turned into Quaddy.
There's
Big
a
Big
hole.
hole?
You think so?
You can't
The rest of
feel
me's
the
in.
bottom of it.
Okay.
So you're just
Harleen's
diving in.
arms are
I'm
starting
diving
to
in.
like
So you
quiver.
dive in.
That's fair.
Okay, roll a strength check.
All of us?
No, just Harleen.
And then
Everybody
I'm-
else
I'm
is
Nobody
popping
else
a-
lifted it, it's just
Yeah.
me.
And then I'm popping a produce flame to look around.
Okay.
Gingerly. Because
That's a nat 1.
Oh my god.
this is
Bye,
my best decision yet.
Quinny! Bye, Quinny. It's
So-
nice knowing you.
Quinny, suddenly you are.
That was.
I could
that's
really
amazing.
use that level in Warlock
So you
Dynasty
are-
step right now.
From one extreme to the other.
So Quinny is safely. Let's see if we can. put you
I
some
can't
words
believe
in.
I actually can't believe that.
Goes.
Okay.
Let's just all bail, just leave them.
I mean,
Just leave her, just go. See ya.
There you go.
Bye, Quinny.
It's the last time I killed a frog.
Okay,
Ooh.
so Quinny, you find yourself at the top of a tunnel.
We're gonna have to try and move it again.
Sloping down.
We're gonna have to try and move it.
Sloping down into the ground.
Awesome. I'm heading down.
Okay.
Can we all make
You're
another
waiting for
strength
us to
check
join
to
us.
push
You could be hours.
the rock a little bit? Like all get around one side and just push
yeah.
it?
We'll come to what you guys find in a second.
I've got
so,
regrets to make.
so Quinny, are you making your way down this?
Absolutely. I can do 30 foot of light around me with my produce flame.
Okay.
I'll do like a tiny little first to check there's
Good
nothing like,
cantrip.
immediately.
They got 30
Flammable.
feet of
Sorry,
light.
It's a good
10 meters around me. isn't it?
cantrip.
It's a decent distance. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, 10
that's
foot
fine.
radius dim. Sorry, 10
Yep.
foot bright, 10 foot dim. So
Yeah,
20
that's
foot.
fine. So as you head down, this appears to open out
Into another
into what appears to be a chamber. What appears to be a chamber.
It's just the same 3 from before. That it's like surprise.
Surprise!
Yeah, we've been invisible for a reason.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Do those look like tiles on the ground, like constructed?
Yes.
Ooh, that's exciting.
You thought you got away.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yes, that's exactly. So as you walk.
Quinny is absolutely muttering some like old sylvan chants she knows for good luck.
Has Quinny even noticed that They
I feel like they would have felt the shock of
The rush of
yeah,
Boom!
like boom,
Wonder what that was.
and the light cutting off.
I feel like she's aware. She's just more not particularly bothered and more interested in what's up
Curious.
ahead. Than
So
what's
I'm not
behind.
going to, try and dig a hole out for us to crawl under.
Well, if I need to.
okay.
Run like some massive water something in his back, just like calling up.
I can't believe I just did that. Nat 1. Crit, then Nat 1. Straight after.
That's beautiful. I love it.
Amazing.
Okay, so
Couldn't do that if I tried.
as
The
Quinny,
rolls itself are telling more of a story than the story
so as
is.
Quinny walks
That's awesome.
as Quinny walks forward, you get into this huge chamber.
Oh yeah.
Underneath
The undercroft.
underneath and there's this cavern and you can see there's lots of writing on the what appears to be an altar at the front of this. This appears to be some kind of temple or place of worship. It's definitely and you would be quite comfortable. This is definitely so.
Is the writing druidic, sylvan, or undercommon?
It is in Sylvan.
Awesome. I can read sylvan.
That's handy, isn't it?
It would have been funny if you listed like 3 languages you can't read it all, and she's like, "What's in that?"
Jim
And she's like, "Oh,
was
what's
here."
in that?" It's like
That's a shame. It's in abyssal. It's actually just in French. Not even D&D, just French.
Google Translate.
What
No,
does
but I know a bit
the
of
what's the
French.
writing about?
Okay, so this is what this appears to be is that this is the this is a shrine and that this is a fane to the Forest Fae, and the Forest Fae was responsible for all the animals and the health of the land here in Barovia a long time back. And this is a shrine to the original Forest Fae, and this looks like it's been destroyed or desecrated.
That is awful. I'll kind of go up and like brush off some of the dirt and the dust if I can. My intention is to try to fix it. I'm just not sure how I can do that. I've got druid craft, so like if there's plant stuff there, I can make it better.
So
It's pretty
you
small scale.
find scattered around the floor down here again lots and lots and lots and lots of teeth. And there's what looks like a ritual altar that's got a large basket that looks like it should contain fruits and products of the forest that's covered in what appears to be old blood.
I will put in like some of my rations and like a bottle of the wine I have and anything I've got that's even vaguely fresh fruity type stuff into that basket.
Nothing happens.
Quinny contemplates pulling a tooth out and dropping it into the basket. I don't think I will just.
Roll
maybe.
history check.
History check. Could I use insight instead?
No.
Fair enough. Oh, that's a 17.
Okay, so with history check, you know of an archfey called Kethlin, who's particularly interested in teeth. And she was a particularly nasty archfey called Kethlin with the crooked teeth. And your concern is that this does not look like a wicked place, but this looks like it has been taken over, and people have been using this to pay tribute to Kefla. As
The
opposed to
orthodontist archnet.
The
the
orthodontist
orthodontist phase.
Okay.
While Quinny is sealed underground.
Quinny's got like a scythe in one hand, rubbing her face, just like, I could take a tooth out. It probably won't help.
While Quinny is sealed underground in this chamber.
Okay, make another strength check.
And you guys all surrounding this boulder, trying to get this boulder back up, because the
Or
only
just
person
to move it wide enough so we can all sneak in.
Okay. While you're doing that, you suddenly get the feeling that you are being.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're doing strength check again?
Yep.
Oh, thank God. That's another 18.
Oh, that's way
15.
better. 20.
Okay.
Okay, so we
So-
all just got like actually
You
inspired
managed to
then.
lift it and maybe
I thought we were
I
going
thought
to
we were
push
gonna
it.
Use your
pushing
frog
it.
strike,
push
Pushing it.
you can slide it.
That was the issue the first time. Half of you were pushing, half of you were
This
pulling,
is
half
muddy
of you were
ground. It's
With-
difficult to
I thought if it was
slide.
muddy, it'd slide better, but okay.
Is there? Can I like investigate this rock to see if there might be some sort of like magical properties or some runes or something, or like a secret?
No! Oh,
A way to make
God.
it lift by itself.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's the goddamn witches.
They're back.
Oh.
I got nothing. We're dead. Yeah, I'm going to twank quickly on my loot, and I'm going invisible.
Okay. So you're.
I'm invisible.
Okay. Excuse me. I thought you were all pushing off.
I thought we were too.
Is there a reason you're hanging around in our garden?
Nah, I'm gone. See ya.
Not particularly. Wait, I'm gonna message into
Some bitch that went underground.
Old
She wanted to
ladies-
see it.
old
so
ladies
I went
heading
Quinny's
Maybe like-
underground, burning the last of her hair.
It appears we were just leaving. Just leaving.
Yeah.
And I just walk on my cane. I needed a spot to heal. I was a bit sore.
He's telling the truth.
There we go.
I saw you trying to move the boulder. You don't want to do that.
Trying it successfully.
Sure, no problem.
That their boulder is designed to keep evil spirits where they should be.
That's rich coming from you. I'm not
You
saying
say
that.
that?
I'm not saying that. That's just in my head. That's just in my head. Not actually saying it.
Yeah, you're not bound. You don't have to take it out.
No disrespect to
where-
you.
There's evil spirits involved, as I'm sure you know. He's going to like to keep some of them locked up down there in the ground, so I really wouldn't be moving any of them stones.
Good call. Hence why I put the sacred fire, protect it, seal it even more.
I'd rather you didn't set fire to our stones, if you don't mind.
My bad. It's
We
alright.
have to collect them too.
I'll just be off. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, God. I'm very sorry.
Here's another $5 for you. Convenience.
Bella just looks at you. So will you believe me?
I didn't
Yeah.
want to say this something because I'm underground. Someone should insight check that.
I'm
What?
going
The
to
evil spirits.
step off the wind and run 150 feet.
I'm inciting the evil spirits bit. That's what the boulder's there for, to contain something evil. Because I'm invisible, they can't tell that I'm paying attention to them.
That's fine.
Insight?
Yes.
21.
You think the evil bit might be true, but that's not necessarily why the boulder's
So there's something evil, but trapping it there isn't why the boulder's there.
Yeah,
No,
that's
they're
not
offering
That's
shit,
not
so-
the.
Is there any teeth near where I am?
you might be fucked.
Yeah,
Look,
there's teeth.
I have a backup
So where you
character,
lift
it's
it,
fine. Quinn can
where
become a
Harleen
skeleton or
managed to
two.
lift the boulder, all the teeth rolled off. So there's teeth.
Or possibly
scattered all
wild
over
shape
the
into an
floor.
earthworm
I'll
and just
pick up
live
one
out
and
the
see
last
how- if
hour
it's like-
alive in the ground.
Compares to mine, like is
Even
it
a mole
child's
could
teeth?
get pretty far.
It would be, so you're 10,
I'm sure there's
so
diamonds.
it would be the same size as like one of your remaining teeth. You remember
your
leaving teeth
also.
like that out
Ooh, the children's
and
teeth.
nothing happened.
Oh,
the
the children's teeth.
I said it. I said they were children's teeth.
I
That's
didn't
why I was like,
think-
let's get the fuck out of here.
You've got your own teeth theory, you don't need any of ours. I think you're fine. Your teeth are beautiful. Your
I'm
teeth
walking
are
away, by the way, after I said what I said. I flicked 5 gold at him and I'm walking in the opposite direction.
You actually gave them fun.
Yeah, I literally did.
Fantastic.
Just giving
Yeah,
away
I'm just
money.
giving him 5 gold and I'm walking away.
Bella's like, ribbit, ribbit.
Ribbit?
Walk off.
No, I can't help but grib it back. I just like it triggered me. Ribbit.
Okay. Okay, so you start to walk off.
Yep.
Okay.
So what's our plan?
Die.
How far away is the windmill?
Right now, the windmill's on the other hill behind you, so you can see the windmill. It's above you. So
Yeah.
this hill's slightly
He's
down
wondering if he
below.
could theoretically get there before they do.
So you get there.
Moving
while
at
they're
150
here.
feet a turn. The
Uh,
next turn.
Yeah, it's probably
How can you make that fast?
He's a mole.
300 feet.
Oh.
They
And
can-
I have
he
50
can
feet
just a bit
run,
of wind.
dash, and then dash.
Yeah, I can
it's
double
about
dash.
300 feet.
Okay, so I'm estimating
about
that I'm about
halfway
halfway there.
So you're down in
You
the
could
valley.
theoretically
so
get the kids and get out. Theoretically. Theoretically.
Yeah, that's totally what he's gonna do.
Well-
This isn't balanced. We do have to give him benefit.
I don't know
of
what
the
they're
doubt,
doing,
but
but I'm literally like acting like I'm heading towards the road. Like no foul play at this stage.
Okay, you're sort of in the valley between the two hills.
Mhm.
About halfway between here and the middle.
Okay.
They're just standing there. I'd rather you're just kill the fuck out. Where's that mate of yours? The hyena. Skulking up somewhere.
She died.
yeah,
Crushed it with.
yeah, we can probably assume that Quinny died down there with no air and.
You can abandon Quinny.
Bash
it's
is
fine.
staying very still and very quiet.
In all seriousness, though, Quinny can
Quinny
turn.
doesn't
Quinny
know
can
this
shift
is
into like
happening.
something
No,
with a
but
burrowing
Bash is
speed.
standing
Get
very
out there,
quiet
I'm fine.
and very
Yeah, no, I figured
Yeah,
that.
and very
that's
still,
where the
so they don't know I'm there.
No, you're invisible. Yeah,
But I'm assuming I can't hear this through like
No.
several feet of earth. And
So they're talking to basically Harley and
Etherdway.
Etherdway because they're the only ones around.
Yeah, did you guys all move back after
No,
you
I
tried?
fucked off.
Okay.
I flicked them 5 bucks and I'm gone.
I'm gonna walk towards Etherdway, just grab his hand and just start walking towards the woods. Fuck this.
Are you saying something? Where we going?
I'm just saying, yeah, I'm just saying. I just
Okay,
followed
here we
these
go.
guys here. I'm outie. I don't want trouble. I don't get.
How long can you stay
mutter under
invisible
my
for?
breath. I don't
An
get
hour?
paid enough. for
Oh,
this
you should
shit.
just stick around and watch what they
That's what I'm doing.
do.
just be careful. They might have.
True
They
sight.
might be able to see invisibility if they're in cover. I don't know how. I don't know exactly.
They might be able to.
It
I'm sure we
feels
can run
possible.
away pretty quick.
If I need to, I can fly.
Yeah, I was like, we can.
I can fly if I need to.
Yeah. I cannot, so that's why I'm
So
like, I'm
they are
stuck.
not attacking, they are just standing there waiting for you to kill them.
And they've left, didn't they? Didn't
Every-
So
Harley?
is
Didn't you say you?
everybody
Everyone's
How-
left except me
I think
because I'm
everyone's
invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going wherever Harleen goes.
Yeah. Well, I
I'm-
grabbed your hand and pulled you with me. I was like,
I'm
Mr.
just
been replaced
Nice
by
and quiet,
Miss
just
Harleen
standing
there.
there watching what they're doing.
like, you're part of the team. I have to care for you. Otherwise, we're not gonna get this job done. So let's just go.
Where's Arena?
Yeah.
What's she doing?
She's probably still in
It's never there.
Arena's there with you and is just watching this play out. They don't appear to be interested in Arena at all. They ignore her completely.
Oh, it's because she strides property.
Yeah.
She's actually a
So,
figment of
so
our collective
they get
imagination.
into more
No,
trouble
no,
by
no.
attacking.
No. If they go after her, Stride will come after them.
Exactly. So it's
she's
not-
protected. She's
She
protected
basically
property
is.
right
Yeah, she's
now.
basically invincible to them.
NPC plot armor. Yeah.
Oh,
Does that mean we
yeah.
can use her as a hostage?
No.
We're not going to.
So as you.
That was me out of game, by the way.
Valdis
That's
is
alright.
sitting there with a rapier.
I figured.
Sorry.
So as you guys all head off, and Vash, I'll make you. I'll put you there. You are invisible.
Yep.
Just so you know that.
Oh, so I'm up against that stone.
You're stood where you were unless you want to move. You're
Can I
invisible.
quietly climb up the stone and stand on top of it?
Spider climb.
I can spider climb. I can walk straight up a wall. I can walk straight up it.
You can if you want to.
Yep. I just want to do it quietly.
You want to climb on top of.
The stone.
The stone.
That way I can at least still see where everyone is.
So you're going to stand on top of this one that you're nearest to?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So you're
Yep.
up there.
Up there.
Fine.
Just standing there
They
watching.
don't appear to be paying you any mind.
Good.
And so Morgan.
It's better to stay out of line of sight just in case.
Hop up on the stone. And just,
If you are still travelling at your super speed,
I am.
you could be between the windmill and the road if you wanted to be.
Or I could be on the 3rd floor of the window.
If you want to go into the windmill, you can go into the windmill.
he's a monkey, can run up walls.
No, I can't.
Oh, no, you
Just
can't. Oh, you just go.
unless one of
Are
those
you-
dretches there still.
Are you going just if you're going so you've got windmill wise got two options, you can go into the windmill or you can go around that sort of
Round the
helter
outside.
skelter thing on the outside of the windmill.
Oh, is there actually like a hard scout thing? And
Yeah,
it goes back to
the-
the 3rd
Yeah, she said
Yeah,
that before.
so if you look on the outside of the
The
windmill
crow.
as you come
pointing
back.
out.
You're gonna
Yeah.
straight at the top of the tower.
There's this sort of odd sort of almost like buttresses. So I mean, it doesn't go all the way around like a walkway, but this
Yeah.
is like a platform you could certainly pull up onto this. This isn't difficult. It wouldn't be difficult.
Trying to stay
to
here
get
so
from
we've
one
got
of
a way.
those.
At
And
least,
there are windows.
hopefully,
all
have
the
a way
way
to get you back out.
No, so what I want to do is I want to get up
case scenario.
near the window, going in a straight
I
line
can
as if
burrow
I'm going
out
the
worst
road.
case
Yes.
scenario.
Yeah, just pick an animal that's got a
And
burrow.
then I want to look
Wild
over my
shape
shoulder
so I can-
and see if any of the witches are looking this way.
You wouldn't be able to see them. You can see the stones.
I should have put invisibility on you so you could do this.
You can see the stones,
Captain
but you can't see people. You can see some figures milling around. You know that you can see Harleen because her hair's like really blonde.
On the back side of the windmill, was there any windows?
And there's windmills sort of all around, so it's small windows all around.
I want to go around so the hill, I can't be seen from the hill and jump to the window.
I mean, the witches are probably just going inside.
No, but I don't want them to see that I've gone inside. I want them to think that I've gone past
Okay,
and double back.
okay, fine.
Without
Down
fact
at
checking
the fang side, everybody's walked away apart from Queen who's underground and Vash is on top of the pillar. What you hear, Vash, is Lance Morgan going, I don't trust these. They're coming in here messing with our stuff. We should have that. I don't know, one's missing. I don't know where they've gone. And I'm not sure they'll even. We should have that. We should still leave. And Fee goes, I'll head back. And Fee disappears. Morgan and Bella stay where they are. And Fee disappears.
It's fine.
Did I end up
Fine.
seeing what that writing was on the altar?
Yeah, so I will send it to you. So there
I'll
appears
keep
to be inscribed
I'm not getting paid
that,
enough for this
that
shit.
this is a
I'm
See,
still
my
like,
character's
in shock from because so.
this
neutral
is
slash
a
favorite
druidic
character.
fame.
So he's
to the
gonna try
forest
and
fame, and this is a
see if there's anything he
worshipping
can
thing.
do
So there's
with
these sort of big
I'm
deer
not
on
money
either
hungry.
side
I'm
and
just
all
not
the
getting
sort of
paid enough
abundance
to
of
do
the
this
forest.
amount of work.
And you think that this, so there's the details inscribed around rituals in terms of how you would worship the forest plane and how you would do that. But you strongly feel that this shrine has been desecrated and is currently not holy. So if you were going to use this to worship the forest plane, you would need to cleanse this shrine. You would need to find out how to cleanse this and then worship the forest plane. You're able to do so. So this would be a fey.
Shrine clean.
Yeah, it's a shame the cleric isn't with me. They don't have a spell like
you're
that.
on
but,
fire tonight.
I'll be
For some Hagrid.
I'll be making like a mental plans of how to get this shrine back in shape. Would I know how to do that, or would that be detailed here in the rituals? Or
You could probably do this. You think you would need to find out some information and have a think about where you might find the information in terms of you think this shrine can be cleansed, and you think that this shrine can be restored, and that this is a fey sort of worship site, and it's really uncomfortable to you that it's in this state. This is really unpleasant.
and the toothy fey.
Instructions that
We can
how
come back.
to do the actual worship of the forest fane are inscribed in Druidic.
Oh,
Sort of
which I can
on
also
the
read.
altar.
Okay, cool. Could all like take a mental note of that and be trying to work out that sort of stuff. I think I might take the teeth that are here, and like my goal is not to keep them, but just to take them out of the shrine and then dump them in the woods somewhere. Just so there's not a bunch of teeth on the offering table down here. Unless I feel that's going to have some horrific consequences for me. And my next question is: are the walls of this made of stone or soft dirt?
Stone. This looks like a constructed chamber.
Oh, great.
So you can't just.
There's no
burrow your
soft
way
earth
out.
like where he came in.
There's soft earth around the very where the stone effectively sits, almost on a lip. So there's soft earth there. But it's almost like stone sloping well shaft with a plug on the top of that. There is some soft earth around it.
And could I do one of the rituals to the proper Fae while I'm here, or is it not?
You don't feel that would be effective.
Yeah, with it desecrated. All right, cool.
You
Right,
could probably do a ritual to the crooked teeth orthodontic thing.
I don't know if I'm quite at crooked teeth orthodontic Fae yet. What was their name? Cresher? Kathleen. Queen's going to look around for an exit.
Okay. This appears to be a completely sort of circular chamber.
Yeah,
So
I
the
thought it
only
would be.
exit would be the one that you came in. So as you look around,
Oh well, bye Quinny. Looks nice knowing you.
it's pretty much a sealed chamber with a sort of domed constructed.
Is everything stone or is there some earth somewhere?
No, it's a stone. You can do a survival check and see whether there is small amounts of earth between the stones or any gaps anywhere. This is a very old structure.
And what do I know about this toothy Fae?
The Toothy Fae, you only know sort of stories, I suppose, almost from your childhood. That it's
Tooth Fairy came
was a prophet, and Kathleen of the crooked teeth, and she was a twisted, buck-toothed, bitter, twisted archfey that effectively got evicted from the Feywild and banished and told to wander. You are wondering whether she may have ended up here.
I bet it is like something that based off a paganic origin of the Tooth Fairy.
Wouldn't have a clue.
Probably.
Because I know it's Santa Claus and like a lot of those
Santa Claus is
weird
actually
shit
based in Odin.
paganic stuff. Like
Santa Claus is basically Odin, technically.
Yeah.
Interesting. I have no idea what to do. Stuck down there. Quinny is contemplating some things.
Do you need to turn into like a
Is there,
tiny
yeah, I was like, is
creature?
there any kind of creature that you could use?
Mechanically, I don't really have a lot of stats for tiny creatures. Like, I as long as it doesn't have a climbing or flying speed, so like I could turn into like a beetle, could I? Or
You can turn into any creature.
can I turn into
Earthworm.
like
Turn into an
a
earthworm.
mott?
You can turn into an ant.
Oh yeah, ants. That's a good one.
Was an ant going to be able to get out?
Yeah.
Oh, out of,
We pushed it.
A worm came through the.
Yeah, we
came
pushed
through
it out
the-
an inch.
Well, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out near that rock because there's possibly all sorts of.
Yeah, but if
Yeah,
you're an
you don't
ant,
know
they're not
that.
going to know that.
Right, but I do know that the people who were going right behind me haven't come for me,
Yeah,
and
they
it
dropped
seems
a rock.
odd that they've dropped a rock at me and then just left me.
That seems like something we wouldn't do unless we had
After
to.
we dropped it,
Well, you've only known us
That's
for like
true.
a couple of
You did
days.
shift it.
we did shift it a bit, so because we knew you could wild shape, so we shifted it an inch so that you could
Climb back out.
theoretically get
Oh yeah,
out.
slid
You
him
slid
in.
it across it.
Yeah.
So there is a
So
There is an
a
inch gap that
hole.
you can crawl out of.
You
there
could
is a
definitely
very
get out.
small
Yeah,
gap.
you
It's
can
not
definitely
the
get
dire goat size.
You
Yeah.
could turn like an ant or something. And it's not
Well,
like
no,
they're
an
going to notice an
earthworm
insect.
actually,
Yeah.
an earthworm
What
actually
happens
crawled
if
out of
you-
it
That is
Attempt
true.
to wild
It's
before
like a
before we
raven.
even moved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The raven.
By the way.
So-
It doesn't say mechanically. I imagine
If
it
you
just
want to
doesn't.
be an
It
earthworm.
just fades.
Well,
Yeah,
there's lots
you
of
might get
ravens.
eaten by a
By a
raven.
raven.
Yeah, probably
But,
not a raven.
But you've got like a little bit of you've got an extra inch on an earthworm.
And so just to clarify, so my feeling is that this is the shrine I've been told to fix up, but it's
This
being
is-
desecrated
so
by this other
you
thing.
so you got told in your reading,
Mhm.
your Taroko reading, that you got the four of glyphs, the shepherd, about the ambivalence and cruelty of nature, and the devil is ancient, and so has become the land. You must restore the places of the holy three, of the elder three, whose whispers are as wind and whose tears are as dew. Look to the misted hill, the drowned spirits, and the lonely mill. Listen to the ravens cry. I see a lonely mill on a precipice where treasure lies below.
In that case, I'm taking the offerings I originally put there, and I will kind of look around and say, alright, I'm coming back for this later. And then I will head to the stone that I got in through,
Okay.
wild shape into an ant, I suppose, is sufficiently tiny,
Yeah.
and then,
Even a spider, at least then you could, move a bit faster.
I don't know.
Sure, a spider be able to fit through
I think
Spider
an
would be
ant
able-
is
they can
is
sit under
small enough,
doors.
no one's going to be able to see it, is my thinking. I will
Or
go
they're not going to pay
into
attention to
an
anything.
ant, specifically like a Peruvian bullet ant, so I can bite someone if I need to.
Specifically, Peruvian bullet ant. Yeah, fine. Okay.
Not a Brazilian, Peruvian.
Okay.
No, I switched into an
What's the
ant.
One's
Comedy.
from Brazil and one's from Peru.
And
Ah,
then
the one
I
that's
will
like Iceland
sneak
green,
out
that's
through
the
there
one, right?
and
Okay.
have a look around at what's going on.
Okay, so this tiny, I'm not going to watch it.
Fair enough.
But this tiny ant comes out from the side of this into the soft earth in that little tiny space that you created, and is sitting in the soft earth. And you can see, as a tiny ant sitting in the soft earth, you can see Auntie Morgan to your right, and you can see Bella to your left. You can't see the other one, and you can see none of your friends.
Great. I am going to. I'll probably peace out for a minute and just kind of mill around in the dirt doing ant things.
Talking to the other ants.
Just if there are other ants, yeah, sure.
Well, if the other ants can talk to you and tell you that where everyone's gone, then it'll help.
Yeah, if there are other insects
There
or
are
ants
no other
around,
insects.
yeah, I
There
didn't
is a
think
worm
so.
though. There is another worm who's hiding because, like, his friend just got beaten
Yeah,
to
fair
no
enough.
reason. Who's
I
like,
think I'll probably wait to see what the witches are doing, what the hags are doing first
Okay.
before I go anywhere.
okay. So the hags are so Bella's like, I think we should go back, Mother. There's no one here no more. I don't know where they've gone. I agree, I think there's something going on, but I don't want to leave Fee in the windmill by herself, not with everything what's going on. I think we should head back. And they both blink out. So
I'm
they
not.
vanish.
I'm not
You
dropping
can no
my.
longer see them.
I'm not dropping my wild shape.
Yeah, I'm
but I
not
will
dropping
start
invisibility just yet.
Walking away from this towards the road.
Okay.
I don't know what an ant's speed is, but I imagine it'll take me a bit.
Okay. So it's 10 o'clock. We will finish there for this evening. So we are leaving this evening with a tiny ant crawling away through the stone circle where an invisible bash sits atop the summer stone, invisible like a spider, watching his friends heading back towards the windmill where
And now I don't know Quinny's out.
Zephyr, and you don't know Quinny's
An
name.
ant 400 meters away gives you a wink. Completely easy.
And Zephyr is
I wouldn't
heading
have even
into
seen
the
it.
windmill, and the hags are all invisible. And we'll see you next time. Next fortnight.
Is that a better situation than we left last weekend? I'm not sure.
100%.
It is.